What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and today we're coming at you with the second little game here in the Concacaf qualifying between the Cayman Islands and Team Canada. I'm very excited. We did our first watch-along together, met a lot of new faces, a lot of new Canadians, and we're ready to get back on it again today. So without further ado, I guess I'm just going to kind of break down the game a little bit, talk about, the postponement, talk about the upcoming match, the starting 11, and then we got some predictions already in the chat. So hello to everyone who's already here. A couple predictions we're seeing already is 4-0 from Alex. Nicholas says 7-0. Some pretty big score lines. Bai is here. He's rocking the JJD TV logo. Gotta respect it. He says 4-0 as well. So the first thing I want to touch on today is the fact that the game got postponed. A lot of you guys reached out to me and said, well, why in international football, usually when a game's postponed, there is a 3-0 win handed to Team Canada. Now, there's for several reasons why that is a poor idea, and a few of you guys asked me about it, and I said my opinions, but this is why it would have been pretty catastrophic, honestly, if they got handed a 3-0 victory for Canada. Number one is the fact that your goal differentiation, this is going to be very, very important, man. And I say that because if you look at Suriname, who won their first two games and have a goal differential of +9, if say we got handed that 3-0 victory, we would have been at a 5-1 win plus a 3-0 win, and we would have been at +7. So we wouldn't be sitting in first place. And yeah, so 3-0 wins nicely, but when some of these games can be huge score lines and we're expected to take those score lines on, it could affect us. And if we go into that final match against Suriname and we draw, then they could have a better goal difference, and that could put us out. So that's why it's so important in that 3-0 victory. Yes, it would have been, I guess, nice. Not even really nice. I don't know. There wasn't any real benefit of not doing it. Because the other thing is that this team hasn't played together in a long, long, long time. So it's important for all these players to actually get some minutes together, to play together. And both of those games, in my opinion, needed to be played. And it looks like, thankfully, they are, which is why Canada didn't fight or anything about trying to get that 3-0 awarded victory. And I'm very happy for that, because now we get to watch the team play again. Hopefully that they can get a bigger victory than what would be a 3-0 victory. So they have a good chance of taking over the goal difference between Suriname. So with that being said, we did go live yesterday for a preview, and I was taking a look at some of the potential starting 11s that we were going to go in. And I don't know if you guys seen it already. I'm assuming you have, but Producer T is going to bring it on the screen for you guys. The starting 11 today for Team Canada looks very different than what they played for in the original game. In the opener against Bermuda, they definitely played in their strongest 11, in my opinion, which would have been the 4-4-2. They had their team looking pretty nicely there. But today it's definitely going to be a little different. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a 4-3-3. I want your guys' opinion on it. I want to know how it looks to you. When I'm looking at this starting 11, I'm seeing it more in a 4-3-3. In net is Maxime Crépeau. No surprise there. He's the only keeper there. Right back will be Alistair Johnson. Our two center backs, both debuts, would be Ricardo Ferreira, the Portuguese international who made his way on over, along with Frank Stirring. Left back, I believe, is going to be Alphonso Davies. I'm curious to see what he's going to look like as a left back. The three center mids, I'm assuming sitting in the holding midfielder position, is going to be our skipper tonight, Samuel Piet. That's where he plays. He plays it very well. He's going to get his 51st cap, captaining the team. It's very nice for him. David Witherspoon will be as a center mid alongside Mark Anthony Kai, with the three, in my opinion, 3 forwards will be Theo Corbianu on the right, Liam Miller on the left, and of course Kyle Larin as our striker. So from the original game, from the opening game against Bermuda, we really only have 2 returning faces in the starting 11, and I'm happy, obviously, our boy Alphonso Davies is starting, but I'm very curious of what he's going to look like today, guys, because like I said, he's got so much talent. You can tell he plays for the defending world champions. He ripped up that left-hand side. Now he's playing, in my opinion, looks like to be a left-back role. It will be in a very advancing left-back role, but I'm curious to see how he's going to be able to adapt to that and see what he does there. And, of course, Kyle Larin, who had the hat-trick. You got to put him up top. Our boy Cavallini is not playing. I think the 14 misses that he had in the opening matchup put a little damper on that, but hopefully we'll see some action from the bench and see some more players get a shot there. But we got some people coming in. Bai says, Josh, finally. I'm here, guys. I'm here. It's going to be fun. Bruh, I got the beard now. I got a beard now? Is that what it looks like to you guys? I was going to shave. I decided not to shave, but, you know. We got a couple predictions. 5-0 Canada, 7-2 Canada. Does this squad does it kind of take away at some of those scorelines to you guys? I don't know. Like, I was very surprised that there's a whole sale of changes here from the starting 11 that we had on opening our World Cup qualifying campaign. But I am very excited for it because I haven't seen a ton of these guys play, mainly because, I mean, they've been spread all over the world, and I've never seen them play together. So I am excited to see what some of these guys can do. Theo Corbiano, as we saw some of you guys say, I mean, and Miller are going to be two exciting young kids, and they're just showing the highlights right here of the goal. The two subs created some little bit of magic last game. Theo put it in from Miller. It was a beautiful little cross and a nice tight little finish there. Nothing the keeper could do. So I'm excited to see what they can do. They are obviously two very young players, going to hopefully grow into this Canadian team, led in the middle of Kyle Larin, who is on excellent goal-scoring form. We'll see what they can do. James is back today. James, how you doing, man? How you feeling about our starting 11? It was a wholesale changes. We get to see pretty much every single player on this Canadian squad. I have a feeling at halftime maybe Dane St. Clair will come in net. I don't 100% know, but we'll see. James says an 8-0 scoreline, and I don't know. Like I predicted 6 in the preview. I predicted 6, but I don't know if the starting 11 here is going to be able to put up those kind of numbers. It's making me think like this is going to be a little bit more of a maybe a 4-0 victory, but yeah, we do have a new keeper between the sticks. I kind of wanted to see Dane St. Clair start, to be honest, just because he's not cap tied yet. I think he's a fantastic young keeper, and I think he's going to be one for our future. So I would have liked to be able to get him capped down as soon as he could, so he's got no other option. But so that's why I wouldn't be surprised if the game is going our way at halftime. He may get introduced into the starting 11. But for me, yeah, it's going to look like a 4-3-3, and I'm excited to see it. Again, the two main players you got to keep an eye on is going to be Larin and, of course, Alphonso Davies. But again, when you're playing as a left back, it's a lot different than playing in a 4-4-2 with Davies up on the left-hand side. I think he's going to be a little bit more restricted today, but all in all, it is the Cayman Islands, and no disrespect to them. We're going to have a lot of the ball. Davies will have some potential to go forward, but I'm excited. It's an interesting move by Herdman to completely change the starting 11 and go with pretty much everyone they could. So I am pretty excited to see what they can do. I'm really interested to see what Ricardo Ferreira can do at the back. He's a player who's, I believe, unattached right now from a club, so he hasn't had a ton of minutes in general, but for our center back position, it's not a bad little pickup to get him over to the Canadian side here. What channel can I watch it on? One Soccer, my guys. One Soccer is the only way I know to watch the match. So if you need to get One Soccer, you can, and you'll be able to watch it. We watched the game last night, which I'm assuming some of you guys did as well. The Mexico-Canada game, it was very frustrating. I thought we did very good for 45 minutes, and I'm assuming probably a lot of you guys think the same, but unfortunately, it was a mental mistake, led to a goal, which obviously our keeper would like back there, but he wasn't playing the ball at all. I mean, there's 4 or 5 times where the ball came back to him, and he just booted it without pretty much knowing exactly where it's going to go. A lot of missed kicks on his behalf, and then the opening goal was a missed pass from him, and it turned into the back of our net, and the Mexican side really took it to us in the second half. It's frustrating. I would like to see us move on to the Olympics, but I don't know. It was a bummer. But I'm excited to watch the boys tonight. I was a little nervous that this game would not have been played, so hopefully a lot of you guys are excited to see it as well. But Bai says, yo, James, chill out. Hey, James is confident. 8-0. An 8-0 victory. Mexico won against Canada yesterday. Yeah, Mexico will take on Honduras now, but those are the two clubs that will be going to the Olympics, the Honduran team and, of course, the Mexican team. Isaac says 5-1 for Canada. I could maybe see something like that. I don't know. I think those huge score lines of 6, 7, and 8 are making me question a little bit, just given the starting lineup, the big shakeup. I thought maybe if you started pretty much the same squad that you could, then, I don't know, they had a little bit of chemistry. They'd probably be able to run down this Cayman Islands squad, but I still think that the quality is too much for the Cayman Islands. It definitely is. The quality is definitely there. It just, I don't know how they're going to look. I mean, I really don't. I think this is a brand new squad. It makes me very excited to see it because it's all fresh new faces that we'll be able to see. A lot of young talent, as well as, of course, Larin and Davies are still in, which I like, because if you guys didn't know, Alphonso Davies is on a red card for Bayern, so he will not be playing at the weekend. And that was another bit of a scare with this game being postponed, is I didn't know how likely it was going to be that some players might have had to get brought back. As James pointed out to us, that Atiba Hutchinson had a deal with Besiktas to go back after one game. I'm assuming Kyle Larin didn't have that same deal because of Atiba's age. Atiba is 38 years old, man. That is an old age in football, so he definitely wants to take care of his body. So there's obviously some type of agreement there. Well, Kyle Larin is a little bit younger, so Besiktas probably wasn't so, reluctant to let him play both matches here. But Atiba looked very good in the opening match, so we're gonna be having to see what this three-man midfield will get on today. But hopefully they give Jaden Nelson a run in today's game, and I'm sure they will. And honestly, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if St. Clair didn't come on at halftime, so he got cup tied or not. But it'll be pretty cool. But no, I can't show the game on here, guys. If I do, I will get a copyright strike, and then yeah, I can't even come on here and talk to you guys. So there's no point doing that. One Soccer is the only way to watch it, and I heard that it got extended. So if you bought the one-day pass and weren't able to watch it yesterday, it got extended for those of you who got it. But off topic, but 2 days left till Godzilla vs. Kong. Well, there you go, guys. Little Jimmy's in here with the movie insights. I like it. Why the match doesn't in Cayman Islands? I'm not sure what you mean, Roger. Are you asking why the match isn't in Cayman Islands? I think that's maybe what you're asking. And I assume COVID rules are behind that. But the game is supposed to kick off at 6:05. It's 6:02 right now, so hopefully you guys are getting ready, getting seated, and yeah, let me know who's you're keeping an eye on for today's starting 11, because like I said, it looks like a very different starting 11 than I was expecting. So for me, I don't know. I've always been a big fan of Mark Anthony Kai. I think I've mentioned that to you guys. LAFC, he's a fantastic at club level. So I want to see what he can do here in the center of the park. And besides that, I think what you guys were saying earlier, a little Theo Corbiano and Liam Miller duo is going to be a lot of fun as well. Matty D says a 3-1 scoreline. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to judge it. I mean, the Cayman Islands guy, that I honestly think that Bermuda might have been a better squad. I don't know a crazy much about Bermuda or about Cayman Islands, so I'm not coming here saying how to tactically break them down. We have a superior team. It doesn't matter which starting 11 you're going to toss out from this Canadian squad. We're going to be the superior squad against the Cayman Islands here, but I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the boys play again, man. I was pretty gutted. We were getting ready yesterday to watch the game. Producer T behind us here told us that it was canceled. I was very nervous, very sad, and I was like, crap, like I want to watch this team. We haven't been able to watch them, and I was hoping to get 2 games in the matter of an international break, so I'd been pretty upset. But thankfully, the game worked out, and let's see what the boys can do today. But we got a Besiktas fan here, said he's watching Kyle Larin. I like it. I like it. We had a few Besiktas fans here the last time we did a watch-along on Thursday night, and they were here to obviously keep an eye on Atiba and, of course, Larin. And you weren't disappointed, man. You were not disappointed. But yeah, it should be fun. Is Canada a solid team, or what do we need to work on? In my opinion, this is probably the strongest Canadian squad we've ever had. In my personal opinion, seeing the amount of talent. We just did a best 11. If you guys want to go in our videos and maybe watch it after the stream if you haven't watched it already. But we went through my personal best starting 11, and in my 11, 9 out of the 11 players are playing in Europe, and I think that speaks real volumes for how Canada soccer is going, man. The fact that we have in our best 11, 9 of them playing over in Europe and playing for some of the biggest squads, Lille, Besiktas, and of course Bayern come to mind. But in my opinion, looking at this squad, it's the center back position is where I think we need to address, and hopefully we'll be able to develop some young kids and be able to get them in that position. But we got 2 debutants in our match today with Ferreira and, of course, Stirring, who are our 2 center backs for today. So I'm going to keep a little special eye on them at the back, but I am just very excited to watch Kyle Larin again. I am. And we got some Besiktas fans here as well. But is David playing today? He is not, my man. He's not playing. He was not released. He was not released from Lille due to COVID reasons, protocol reasons, things like that. The game already started, and where can I watch the game? On my PC phone for free. As far as I know, man, there's nowhere you can watch it for free. It has to be watched on One Soccer. But the game did just get kicked off right now, so we are underway. No Jonathan David today, but we have a brand new little starting 11 going on right now. So hopefully we'll see what you guys are doing there. But I think Kai's pronunciation is K, not Kai. I gotta work on some of the pronunciations, man. But James has helped me a few times, because I listened to some of the commentators, and all of them pronounce it differently. And I'm sitting here trying to basically make a decision on which one to pronounce. But James, maybe we got to set up a call, and we need to get my pronunciations a little bit more on track here. But I'll pronounce them K for you, my friend. But it was a nice little shot there pretty early in the game. But he's a player I'll be keeping an eye on. K. Mark Anthony K. It's good enough for me. A Mexican fan here from the U.S. Good luck to Canada. I want to see y'all in the final round. I want to see us in the final round as well, and I think that we got a good shot at it. We clearly do. I mean, we're the favorites in this match. We're the favorites in this group, and I think it'd be a lot of fun, man, to see us take on Mexico, see us take on the States, Costa Rica, and see what this team can do, because it's incredible the amount of growth we've had in the sport, and seeing some of these players develop all overseas. And I'm really excited to see what the boys can do. But I think you say it right. Yeah, and it's hard, man. Everyone has different pronunciations. But I like when people correct me, because like I have done a lot with European viewers, and they always tell me that my pronunciation for certain words are different. But I'm here in Canada. I listen to North American commentators, which is where I get it from. But either way, doesn't matter. I say it the same way in French, so I don't know. Yeah, either way. Whether it's Kai or K, we'll see. We'll see, guys. I'm watching it for free. Oh, we got some guys. It was a struggle on the opening game of a lot of people coming in here trying to find the link. I think people eventually did find a way to stream it, but it didn't take till the 30th minute or something like that. So I give you guys kudos. But put some predictions in. Who's scoring the opening goal for today? Are we saying Laren? Are we being obvious, or are we going to give it to one of the young guns? But I'm also going to keep a little eye on the shape, because a lot of people said this could be played in a... that's a nice ball. It could be played in potentially a 3-back. I don't see the way it could really be played in a 3-back. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 4-3-3, and Alfonso's just going to have license to run. That's not a surprise. The match is in Florida. Yes, it is. COVID, I believe, again, was the reason for that. Hi, guys. How are you? Not too bad. We have a Bayern supporter here. Maybe keeping a little eye on Alphonso Davies for us. Honestly, I'm kind of scared Mexico isn't going to qualify for the World Cup. Really? I don't know if I'd be scared about Mexico not qualifying. I think Mexico or the States are probably the front runners for the final round of qualification. And then I think it's going to be incredible to see the way that this plays out. Whether it's Canada, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Honduras, there's a lot of good options, but the big important thing for today is getting a big victory, man. It absolutely is. The main reason is, like I said, if we go on in that final game, which this is what scares me a little bit in this group, is Suriname and ourselves run over the other 3 teams, and whoever's got the best goal differential in the final match, if whoever draws will get it. So, I mean, hopefully we can just beat them outright, but every goal is important. So I'm hoping today we can get it with a big result. Get the young kids going. Get Kyle Laren in there. Miller's on it. Nice little turn. Oh, out for a corner. Miller opening goal. Davies screamer in the 17th minute. You're getting specific, my man, and I really like it. Hope you guys win. I do too, man. It's been a lot of fun keeping an eye on the national team. It's been crazy. They haven't played in so long, and since we've been here on YouTube, we haven't really been able to cover much US or anything. Like it's just basically been all about Borussia Dortmund. But it's been a lot of fun on the international break to keep an eye on Canada, and I'm hoping. Oh, well, we just went butter down. And there's a tidy finish. There we are. Nice hit. The young kid on the opening goal. Sterling puts in the back of the net. And see the way that the Canadians are fighting over the ball? It's 1-0 for us. And you usually, obviously, don't see players, but we just put it bar down. Poor clearance by the Cayman Island defender. Came back to our center back, who's clearly got some finishing ability, and just places that in the back of the net. That is an excellent start. And there we go. We got a little shot there for a potential center back, man. What a finish. He's 23 years old, I believe. He played at his youth level for the Netherlands. 1-0 for Canada very early. And like I said, you see the way that they grab the ball. You guys have probably seen it where a team's down 2-1 and they are 3-1 and they make it 3-2. They grab the ball, they want to score. But in here, Sterling scores his maiden debut here as a center back and puts the ball in the back of the net. What a beautiful performance there. But then they grab the ball. They want to score as many as they possibly can today. Couldn't have been a better start. A very unsurprising goal score there. Any of you guys pick Sterling to score? I can't imagine you did. But not a bad little first opening minutes, man. But we'll see what's going on. But Frank Sterling scores the opening goal. Oh, that's a pen. Gotta be. Oh, no. Davies goes down. Sterling did score. Yes, he did. The young center back making his Canada debut today. Had a nice, tidy little finish. That was definitely a penalty. I don't know what you guys thought about that, but that was a good, excellent start, man. RR says we need to lose. Need to lose against the Cayman Islands. My man, where are you from? Maybe the Cayman Islands? I don't know. I don't know. Canada's gonna win 7-0. I hope. It's an excellent start, man. James agrees with me. How is that not a pen? Yeah, that was a clear pen in my opinion. I mean, even from the replay, I don't think Davies honestly in this type of game is gonna be someone to go down. Watch Creepo score a hat trick. But no, I don't think Davies is gonna be the kind of guy in this game to go down. I really don't. I think like from the replay there, from where he was going, I think that he got taken out. That's a clear pen, and I don't know. Ref decided not to go against it, but yeah. I mean, if you guys are new around here though and want to subscribe to the channel, we'd love it. We're gonna be covering a lot of Canadian men's national team, especially in the summertime when some of the games come back around. But we just did our first watch along on Canada, which was a couple days ago on Thursday, and we had an excellent turnout. And it's amazing to see some of you Canadians all over, hopefully, Canada. So, Wes says, welcome to Concacaf. Fair play, my man. From the Netherlands, RR. Why do you want Canada to lose, my guy? Feel bad for Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think that was a goal or not? Yeah, I think it was a goal, in my opinion. But I don't know. He's got a big ego. You guys know how Ronaldo is. So I mean, he decided to toss his captain's armband, which is never a good look, especially when you're captaining a country. And yeah, man, kind of annoying. Do you think Canada's gonna score more than 4? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like, obviously, we had an excellent game against Bermuda. But I mean, I say that. And I had some people in the chat and reaching out to me earlier saying that they didn't think the game against Bermuda was all that good because we had a lot of chances. I mean, the game honestly probably should have been like, I mean, Cavallini alone could have got us to almost double digits. But one of the big reasons that Cavallini wasn't able to put the ball in the back of the net is because he's rusty. He hasn't had a ton of minutes, and none of these players have. These players really haven't ever played together before. It was going to be a brand new looking squad. I was very curious to see what they were going to do. So all in all, I was really just hoping that that they would click. And I mean, we won 5-1. It was an easy enough game as is. So I mean, I was relatively happy with it, but I did take his points. The fact that they were talking about not taking chances, different things like that. But we did get a little mention there on Twitter, so I will but yeah, I don't know, man. We will have to we'll have to see how the boys do. Okay. Aguero's leaving City at the end of the season. Sergio. And yes, he is. But I don't know. Opening 10 minutes, I don't know if I'm gonna see them score more than 4, man. I hope, because we obviously, like you said, they wanted to give up that 3-0 automatic win due to the fact that the Canadians think they're gonna score more than 4. So it's hard to see how the Cayman Islands are gonna do today. They're kind of sitting back, kind of relaxing. They're gonna invite a lot of pressure. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how some of the big boys do. But is Canada dominated the Cayman Islands? Keeping up. Canada's dominating, man. There's no doubt about it. Canada's gonna have a lot of the ball today. Davies is still playing on the left. It kind of looks like he's gonna creep up. In my opinion, the starting 11 looked like a 4-3-3. But Davies will creep up as much as he possibly can in a game like this. We scored very early. Davies should have had a penalty in my opinion. I have no idea why it wasn't called, but the Cayman Islands are going to just basically be doing defending. And I guess you could say that they're holding up so far. They're holding the fort down as much as they possibly can. But again, man, they're gonna just keep inviting pressure. They're not gonna be able to hold down the ball enough. They're not gonna be able to break. It's just gonna be a repeated amount of possession for this Canadian squad. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Cayman Islands are not good enough. No, they're not. Like, they're not good enough, in my opinion, to get anything from this result. That was a nice little touch there. The striker on Cayman Islands is 51. Is that true? I have no idea if that's true or not, but that is hilarious if it is. 51 years old. That is wild. Ryan is here. Ryan, LFC, how you doing, my man? He's a Canadian. He lives in Canada. He covers Liverpool as well as the Jamaican national team. So, Ryan, how are you feeling about this Canadian squad? Have they impressed you over the first match in a bit here? Already up very early in this match is what we like to see. How are you watching this? I'm watching this on OneSoccer, guys. And like I said, they might as well sponsor us by now, given the fact that I say that their name a lot. But I'm going to try not to say it as much this time. But yes, you got to buy a subscription to OneSoccer. That is how I am watching it. No, OneSoccer or OneFootball is broken, my bad. Yeah, I don't know if it's on OneFootball, but it's on OneSoccer. It's obviously a new streaming service here in Canada. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm very curious to see what this Cayman Islands side can do when it comes to any type of counterattack, because so far, man, their link-up play hasn't been there. It's kind of been a kick, hope, run, see what's going on. But the Canadian side they look all right. They look all right. They haven't been as straightforward as I'd like them to be. I'd like to see Miller get on the ball a little bit more, same as Corbianu. But speaking of which, Miller is on it right now. Henry's here, says, hey Josh. Henry, how you doing, my man? Very different looking Canada starting 11. For those of you guys who didn't know the starting 11 for today. What does soccer mean? That's a nice ball. Kyle Larin. And there we are. That is 2. Nice, easy. Picks up the ball. We carry on. 4 goals for Kyle Larin, man. He's now at 12, which I believe is the most goals for an active player. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that was relatively easy. Relatively easy. I don't know. It was nicely taken down. Nice little touch. Finds Kyle Larin. Takes a look. Beautiful little side foot finish. Into the back of the net. Posting in. Kyle Larin's on fire, man. Where's some of our Besiktas friends? Because Kyle Larin is on absolute fire, man. And this is what I was talking about earlier when it comes to the fact that players who are playing in Europe right now, playing for these Concacaf clubs, are going to be in better form than those in the MLS. We saw it repeatedly with Cavallini the last match. That's got to be a foul, 100%, and it is. We saw it with Cavallini. His goal-scoring boots were nowhere to be found, and he just had an awful, awful time. But Kyle Larin is in the form of his life. It's absolutely incredible to see. And yeah, that was a nice little takedown by Witherspoon there, who squared it for him, and a nice finish. And yeah, if you give Kyle Larin an opportunity like that, he's gonna put it in the back of the net. Simon says 2-0. Davies is a beast. I don't want Aguero to join BBB. If you look at our past, strikers are young. Aguero's not gonna join BBB, my man. Buchanan is ready for the senior team. Yes, he is. Buchanan is a fantastic young talent. But we got a nice little free kick here. I'm assuming Alphonso Davies is going to take it. Or is it going to be Miller? It's going to be Miller. Right back door. That was almost a nice little set piece. Looked like it was almost going to be a little deep, but it was a nice little set play. A nice little set play. You got to respect it. I can't sleep. Yeah, let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are from Canada. I didn't even ask this on our last stream. But I mean, if you guys are Canadian, let me know. If you guys are from around the world, we know we got some of our supporters here from Borussia Dortmund. Cayman Islands don't have professional players. No. And it's hopefully going to be a pretty easy run in the park. That's a nice little skipping away there. Oh, is that in? Oh, no. Witherspoon almost had a good opportunity there. But yeah, you can tell, man. You can tell when you watch CONCACAF games when there's a little stretch in quality, man, and especially with this Canada team, which has got, like I said, it's got a lot of good players playing across Europe, playing the MLS, and they are having a lot of the ball. Canadian Ecuadorian, nicely done. At this point, the game is gonna be 10-0. Yeah, man. I don't know. They're dominating. They're dominating right from the off. But it's exciting to see. It is exciting to see. Eric is watching from Mexico, from Scotland. Nicely done. Got a couple of Scottish players as well. Well, you know what I mean. Waterspoons represented Scotland at the U21. So did Scott Arnfield, but Arnfield is not in today. From Ottawa, Alex, my man, do you like the Senators? It's an important question. I am a big fan of them, and they are painful to watch. Go Canada, the home and native land. There you go. I am from Ontario, so a lot of you guys, a lot of Canadians here, which is very nice as well. Who scored? Our debut center back, Frank Stirring, scored. He did a wonderful finish, to be fair. We had an earlier chance that went off the bar, ball bounced out. He took a little touch and had a beautiful, nice little finish in the bottom corner. And for a center back and someone making his debut, I like to see it. I like to see it. He's now tied to Canada, so he can't go and represent the Netherlands. But we've been dominating. We're 16 minutes in, man. We've absolutely been dominating the game, which is expected. Again, it is the Cayman Islands, with no disrespect. But we will probably eventually break them down a little bit more. We've already got 2. I'm from the Netherlands. I want to see the match. OneSoccer, as far as I know, my man, is the only way to watch it. Watching from the Cayman Islands. There we go. There we go. Watching from the Cayman Islands. That's cool. I'm assuming you're cheering for the Cayman Islands then? It's midnight right now. For me, it is 6:23 p.m. I'm watching from Ontario. We do have some Besiktas fans, though. They were here on our last watch along. They are here again, keeping an eye on their boys. Someone told me that they were cheering for Laren and Hutchinson, obviously, but that they were wanting to keep an eye on Kyle Laren because they call him Far Post Laren, I believe is his nickname, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Wait, Josh, where do you watch BBB matches? I watch them on Sportsnet, Ontario, my guy. Sportsnet Ontario is where I watch my BBB matches. I had to purchase OneSoccer here, but hey, we're supporting the national team, and I'm apparently going for a sponsorship from OneSoccer. So it works. It works. It's fine. But it's been fun. It's been a good little international break for me, man. Because like I said, I haven't watched my national team play in a long time. I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't watched your national team play as well. And to see the talent, to see some of these guys go, it was so much fun to see. And I'm really excited to see what they can do. But they got to make sure that they take some accountability for the way that they play. I mean, it's so awkward to say, but because we're growing at the football nation, we can't always just be like, oh, okay, we had a good effort. Like, you know, it's Canada. It's not. This team looks very differently than it did 10 years ago. This team, in my opinion, has a huge opportunity to qualify for the World Cup. There is some stiff competition. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, when I went over my best 11 for this Canadian squad, there's a lot of talent playing all over the world. I think that's a huge, huge benefit for Canada in this growing soccer market here. So it's fantastic to see. And we got to take some accountability. We got to be in these matches to hopefully run this team over, hopefully pick up win after win, and hopefully have a good chance of qualifying for the World Cup. I thought it was a penalty too. Yeah, it definitely was. One football, don't say soccer. I cringe. Hey, I've spent, ever since I started doing our channel, man, I've spent the entire time focusing on saying football over soccer. But when I do these Canada streams, I feel like I got a lot of people in here who now say soccer. So, I mean, the S word was banned on the channel for a while. But I don't know. I feel like I got a lot of Canadians here, so I can get away with it. But literally, it's called OneSoccer. Like, that is what I'm streaming it from OneSoccer. There is something called OneFootball. That's the European one. So, you know, it's a huge debate here on the channel. It's fine. How's Davies doing? He's doing good. He's a lot, you can tell, man, he's a lot more quiet. He's playing literally in a left back position, which I don't really like. Only because the team looks a little bit different without him. As you guys know, in the opening match, we played in a 4-4-2. Davies played up on the left-hand side and completely ripped that side apart. He was a cut above pretty much almost everyone on the field, and you could tell had a hat-trick of assists, was constantly in the play. And right now, we're playing in a 4-3-3, which he's actually playing a left-back position. So he's sitting back. He's not joining the rush as much as I would like to see. And I don't know, it looks a little bit awkward, to be honest. So I'm kind of hoping there might be a change in shape at some point and Davies does get unleashed. Because and nothing against Corbiano or Miller, they're fantastic young players. Very excited that they are starting in a match like this, but we just saw a couple opportunities there where they don't quite have that finishing ability on them, that little cutting edge that they need to be able to start putting some of these chances away. Davies does, and it's why, like I said, he had a hat-trick of assists, and so does Kyle Larin. Kyle Larin has already had a goal. You only need to give him half a chance, and he's going to take it. I think you might be able to watch it on ESPN+. All right. So I'm usually pretty good at streaming games, but for our opening watch-along, I had to purchase OneSoccer, so it's a lot easier to stream European games, in my opinion. Where, other than Alfonso, who's the best Canadian player? For me, there's two big names that come to mind. It depends on how you look, man. There is a lot of talent in this squad. Jonathan David is one, and there's Davies tracking back, nicely done. Yeah, Davies is just so good. Look at him. Give him an opportunity. Just runs through the team. But for me, Jonathan David is probably the second best. I think he's gonna be a special kid. He's got 11 goals and I believe 12 international caps. Our record is 22, so he could arguably break that. We're gonna be playing a lot of games, man. For all of us Canadian national team fans who haven't seen our country play in a long time, this summer is gonna be fun. There's a lot of games that can come up, an absurd amount of games. We're going to see a lot of matches. It's going to be very cool. So, I mean, Davies could, well, even Larin, but arguably either Larin or Jonathan David could break that 22-goal record, especially if they're taking on teams like Aruba, Cayman Islands, and things like that. And the other one for me is probably Kyle Larin. More offensive. I think we're very top-heavy in this team when you're taking a look at it. Which is why I said if we're looking to develop some player, I'm hoping to see some young center backs come up. Which is why I thought it was very cool to see our young center back get a debut goal today and have a good, strong little match. But yeah, our Besiktas fans here will definitely say Kyle Larin. And Atiba Hutchinson is a very talented player as well, man. But he is 38. He is getting up there in age. But he is still going to be vital for this squad. And Scott Arnfield as well, another center midfielder who had a fantastic season with the Rangers. A historical season with the Rangers. He's going to be a good leader for the squad as well, so there is a lot of young talent coming up. I tried to subscribe to OneSoccer, but it wouldn't let me. That's weird. I subscribed to them and had to pay $75 Canadian, you know, had to put it in. But if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I would appreciate it if you do, and let me know if you guys are a new subscriber. We've been meeting a lot of new Canadians around here, so hopefully some of you guys are new around here, and if you are, let me know if you have subscribed and who you're keeping an eye on for tonight's games. You should call it soccer in your Dortmund screams. They'll get over it. I got yelled at quite a few times. It slips out from now and again. When's the next Canada game? Not until June. And that's why I thought it was so important the fact that the game against the Cayman Islands had to be played. There was no such, like, for me, it would have been the worst case scenario if they handed us that 3-0 victory because we needed to get these matches in. We need to get this team playing together, hopefully lining up friendlies every chance we get. I want to see this team grow because it looks good. I want to see them take on some European clubs at some point. Oh, that's a nice little ball there. Nice little cut, just walks through the defender, and that is a very simple goal. Very poor defending. Wallerspoon's been very good today, man. He's been very good. He's a good addition to this midfield. He set up Kyle Larin's goal, scored one of his own, very easily taken. And just like that, 24 minutes in, we are up by 3. Thoughts on the great Mark Anthony Kai? I really rate him. I think he's one of the best central midfielders that plays in the MLS. He plays for a very talented LAFC team. He's going to be a good addition to this Canadian squad as well. We just took an eye on that. He just picked up an assist here. But yeah, I do definitely rate him. Are you excited for the Gold Cup this summer? Can Canada win it in your opinion? I'm definitely excited for it because I think this is the most competitive squad we've pretty much ever had. And it's so hard to know, man. It's so hard to know because... Oh, it was a swing and a miss there, my God. It's so hard to know because, like I said, this team hasn't played together in a long time. These wins against Bermuda and Cayman Islands, while fun, don't really show us much. We're very sloppy from time to time with our finishing in this game. I've seen a couple swing and misses but it comes with time. These players have not had a lot of time together. They will just be getting better and better. And I think that there's a chance. I mean, we made it, arguably should have made it to the semis in the last Gold Cup. Unfortunately, we had a very irritating defeat to Haiti, but I think this squad looks a lot better. I think that the formation hopefully is going to be sorted out with a 4-4-2. So I don't know. I mean, we're not the favorites. Mexico, Canada, in my opinion, are the favorites, but there's no reason we can't go on a deep run. And I will be doing every watch along I can possibly do with our fellow Canadians here to hopefully cover our team, man. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much I'd enjoy covering Canadian men's national team content and meeting all you other fellow Canadians out there. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. You subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll continue watching. Oh, that's a foul. That's got to be a pen. And it is. Who do you guys got taking this? Kyle Laren? Is Fonzie going to take it? I'll take this over paying $75 for one soccer. Well, I'm glad, man. Does Alfano still play left back for Canada? He played left mid in his opening match, played left back tonight, just drew a penalty. I feel you are a Dortmund fan. You got a good eye, my man, and I am a Dortmund fan. We're a Dortmund fan channel, and we also have a lot of now Canadian content we're adding to the channel. But yeah, there is a penalty coming here. What's up with Jonathan David? Why isn't he playing or even in the squad? Lille wouldn't release him due to COVID protocol. They weren't allowing to release him. Alphonso Davies steps up, takes the pen. I didn't know who was going to take that, man. I really didn't. I did not know who's going to take that. I assume maybe Kyle Laren because he's a striker. I know that Laren's take penalties in his past. I've never really known if Alphonso Davies did take pens or not. So I think that's pretty cool that he stepped up and decided to take it on, put it in the back of the net. He drew the penalty. He's probably bored out back on the left, playing left back tonight. So he's like, well, I'm going to get myself a goal there. So that's pretty cool. Attaboy. Fonzie comes in, looks very nice. If this rate doesn't change, it's going to add up to 11 goals. Yeah, 27 minutes in, man. Yeah, that Bermuda squad was definitely a lot stronger than this Cayman Islands squad. I mean, like I said, we won the first match 5-1, and we started arguably our best 11. This match, we gave pretty much everyone a chance, and 27 minutes in, 4-0 already. Yeah, it's going to be a long night for the Cayman Islands. But hopefully, like I said, we'll see some other young talent like Nielsen, as well as young Dane St. Clair will come in, hopefully at halftime. But why did only 3 Concacaf teams make it to the World Cup in 2018? I believe, and I don't know 100%, I believe the 4th team didn't make it past qualifying. If I remember correctly. I don't know. I can't remember who made it. Mexico did. Costa Rica did. Panama did. And then I think whoever else made it to the interconference playoffs lost. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look it up. Canada might face Haiti to make it to the final 8. That would be a good one. Yeah, man, I want revenge over Haiti. It was a disappointing. Like, I remember when I was young, going on Google, pulling up some of the matches, and seeing our Canadian squad and seeing us just get pumped, man. It was very, very frustrating. But nice ball there, nice little turn. Ooh, over the net. But Honduras lost to Australia. Thank you, my man. Someone knew. But yeah, Concacaf is 3.5 spots. 3 will get automatic qualification, and then 1 will go and take on another, either I think Oceania's team, a South American team. I'm not sure who else it's gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty cool to see what this Canadian squad can do, man. Because I think that there's a shot. I really do. Like I said, I mean, if we get in the top 4, which we arguably can, looking at our squad, like I'm very impressed with taking a look at this squad. There's a lot of talent in here, and we're doing what we're doing already without Scott Arnfield, without Jonathan David. And Jonathan David, like I said, 11 goals in 12 matches is incredible goal scoring record. Subscribed from England. Well, thank you, my man. I appreciate the sub. Hopefully, if you guys enjoy the content, you'll subscribe as well. Drop a like on the watch along. Definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm. Do my best to find as many Canadian men's national team fans. We're also Dortmund fans here. I don't know. It's a fun channel. So I like talking with you guys during these games. And it's just been a lot of fun to keep an eye on our national team, man. Because like I said, growing up watching this team play, I don't know. I never thought I'd walk into a Gold Cup and thinking like we got a good shot at easily making the final four, something like that. But it is very cool to see. Concacaf gets 3.5 spots, and Honduras lost to Australia. Yes, thank you for the reminder, my man. I appreciate it. We have quality professionals. Yes, we do. It's incredible. It's incredible seeing the way that the sport's growing, and I don't know if a lot of Canadians would realize it if you didn't take a look. But I mean, like I said, we just put up a video of I did my best 11 for the Canadian squad, and in my best 11, there's 11 players playing in Europe. And if you would have looked at a few seasons ago, man, you would not have seen something like that. And they're playing some pretty big clubs. Some pretty big clubs. And knowing that is obviously like Besiktas, Bayern. We have a Canadian player who won the Champions League. It's fantastic to see. I'm a Dortmund fan though, so you know, that stung in its one way, but it was incredible in the other. Seeing Fonzie win it was pretty cool. So Davies playing left back is whack. He is too good. And that was my opinion as well, man. Watching him play in the 4-4-2 was a lot more appealing on the eyes. It gave him so much versatility going forward. He got into every single play he possibly could. He had a hat trick of assists. I'm not fully sure why, and there's another goal. Can barely get a structured sentence in together. And Marc-Anthony Kai, the man we were talking about earlier today, comes on the scoreboard, makes it 5-0 after 30. And this is why, like I said, if we would have been given that 3-0 victory, it would have bit us in the butt. Because at this rate, we're going top of our group because we will have a much superior goal difference than the Suriname team. And yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy. This Canadian squad is just absolutely walking through. But once again, Wotherspoon has had a fantastic game. I think that's his second assist. He scored a goal. He's an excellent little addition to this Canadian squad. But we're dominating like this with Davies playing at a natural left back position, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I didn't know much about the Cayman Islands, man. I didn't know if they were any better than Bermuda or not. They're clearly not. They're clearly not a better squad than the Bermuda team. But maybe that's why they put Davies at the back. I don't really know. I really don't. But yeah, if Davies was playing up on that left wing, it could have been even more dangerous. Canada are playing like how I play my academy team. Yeah, I mean, it's quite to watch, man. They're walking through this Cayman Islands team pretty easy, but it's good to see. It's good to see where some of the skill set's going to come out. Young, Corbianu, and Miller up front playing as a winger. It's cool. Like I said, we can easily switch shape from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3. Even with Davies, David, and Kyle Larin in. Kyle Larin plays on the wing for Besiktas. He can play out on the right wing. Davies, he could go up as far up as a left winger if he wanted to with, of course, Jonathan David as our striker. Oh, look at Kyle Larin. Oh, that was a good tackle. But yeah, it's good to see. This game is making Josh happier before Man City versus BBB Massacre. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It'll be fun though. We're having esteemed company on the channel, so it'll be pretty cool to sit down with him and talk about the Dortmund and the City game. Lele says, "What is your thoughts on Canada missing out on the Olympics?" It's a shame, man, and this is where the country in itself and us fans are gonna have to start taking a little bit of responsibility. Because like I was seeing the American team, how they didn't qualify, and I was reading some of the reports there, and they were furious, absolutely fuming that they didn't qualify for the Olympics. And it's hard to judge because like we're not used to Canada growing the way it is and having a chance. And if they would have beat Honduras, who knows if they could have took out that United States team. In my opinion, I think that there was a shot that they potentially could have. And we could have been in the Olympics just like that. But unfortunately, we couldn't get past Honduras. Honduras took out the States, and Honduras is a lucky team going into the Olympics with Mexico. So does it bum me out? Absolutely. Because I want to take responsibility. I want to have a winning mentality when it comes to this country. I want to be expecting to see this team compete in every competition that they enter, and I think that they can. And I mean, they had a decent tournament. I think they had 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It could have went another way. They could have picked up the win against Honduras. They could have picked up a win against the States. So yeah, we'll see. What do you guys think? Why do they keep going for the ball? Goal difference? Yes. So like I said, if in international football, you sometimes see if a game's not been able to get played, a 3-0 victory will be handed out. If a 3-0 victory was handed out because of Cayman Islands COVID test, that would have put us at a +7 goal difference, which Suriname was a +9. So we would have, after this game, been in second place. But because we didn't go for it, and we keep grabbing the ball, we keep trying to score, right now we're sitting at a +9. So right now, we have the same goal difference, and if we get one more, we'll be sitting in first place after this game. So, yeah, that's unfortunately for the Cayman Islands. Don't see this Canadian squad stop scoring anytime soon. They're going to be trying to get as many possible goals as they can. So it's not going to be much of a competition when it comes to the goal difference. We should be clear favorites. Do Cayman have a chance to score? If you're looking to play some money on the Cayman Islands scoring a goal, I would strongly go against it. I can't show the game. I'll get a copyright strike. Yusuf says 30-0. I don't know, man. Suriname isn't much better than Bermuda. And guys, like I don't know. I'm honestly not gonna lie to you and say, yeah, I watched the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, and Suriname. I don't. The thing I know about the Suriname team is that they are recruiting a lot of not young Dutch players, but they are recruiting a lot of players with a Dutch background. So their team is getting a little bit stronger. It is definitely compared to the Aruba, Cayman Islands, and of course the Bermuda squad. They will be the best team. But the Canadian squad, again, on paper, man, we should be able to dominate it. It doesn't add up to 10. Mass says it's going to be a 14-goal game. Like I said, man, they're going to be going for goals, which is going to get ugly here for the Cayman Islands. But no, I would not say they have a chance to score. Let's go sponsored by onesoccer. They should be, man. They should. We need to get them on here. Are you going to stream the next Dortmund game? Absolutely. We're against Frankfurt. It's going to be an insane game. We'll get back onto our Dortmund watch-alongs at the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. Who scored? I don't know. I'm behind in the chat. I don't even remember who scored the last goal. I think Kai did. But we are elite. Look at Adrian from Rabona TV coming on in here. Another fellow Canadian. Adrian, how you doing, my man? Adrian did an episode with us here as we went through our Portuguese Euro squad. So if you guys want to check out that video, if you're fans of Adrian, which a lot of you guys probably are, you're a Canadian, why wouldn't you be? You can go check out our little collaboration there and see Coach Adrian and Coach Josh pick our squad out. But yes, Adrian is, I think, the biggest YouTuber, and has been very nice. I've been on his channel, and he's been on mine. It's fantastic seeing him poke in here and watch us dominate the Cayman Islands here. So there's our video with Rabona TV. If any of you guys want to check it out, it was a lot of fun shooting with him. Adrian's an absolute beauty, and it seems like some of you guys got excited. Adrian should talk about Canada in a vid. I think he should too. I think Adrian should do a vid on Canada's chances of qualifying for the World Cup. I think that'd be an excellent video for him. So Adrian, come on. We're getting pressure here from the chat. Guys, put in a W if you want Adrian to do a video on Canada's qualifying chances for the World Cup. Came here from Reddit, and pleasantly surprised to see my man JJ. Carrot, how you doing, my guy? Yes, we are here. We were in Reddit. People are very nice in the Canadian Reddit stream. And we've been now doing our second Canadian watch along here, and it's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. We're seeing a lot of Canadian support, which I think is absolutely incredible. Our opening watch along with Bermuda was, I mean, I was amazed with seeing a lot of support from you guys, and it's pretty cool to develop this community and seeing the way that our national team is growing. So I'm very honored to be here. I'm very excited that you guys like watching me, and if you do, drop a sub, drop a like. You guys are doing very well, helping the algorithm, finding some more Canadians, but welcome to the channel, my man. Canada needs to be in the final round of the Concacaf qualifiers. We have not been there for years. I absolutely agree, man, and I think that we should. It's just incredible. It just, for someone who, like, again, I'm 24 years old, and soccer, football, whatever you want me to call it, I don't know. I have Europeans here, I have Canadians here. That is almost a tidy finish. But watching this team grow the way it has since I've been young, and watching this team has been incredible. And I remember being excited in a group, and this is embarrassing, but I remember in a Gold Cup years and years ago, I believe we had 0 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Or maybe 0 wins, 2 draws, 1 losses, and we were able to qualify for the quarters due to we were one of the best 3rd place teams. And then we got pumped in the quarters. I remember being happy the fact that we made it to the quarters. We didn't win a game in that Gold Cup. Not a single game did we win in that Gold Cup. And I remember being pumped way back when young Josh was probably like 10 or so. And now looking at this squad and how far it's become and how soccer is growing in this country, which is ultimately the whole reason I started this channel. Is just I've just been a soccer fan. I feel so open now I can say soccer live, but I've been a huge fan my entire life, and I just love to cover it and find fellow Canadians. And I did it on Dortmund because they're my club team, and I love them, and we have a partnership with Borussia Dortmund themselves, so it's a very big honor. But now during the international breaks, during the summer, it's so exciting that I can cover my national team and find a lot of support, which I'm seeing here. But I see a lot of W's in the chat, so I think that it was asked. So I did a video on Canadian football once before. You guys are gonna have to check that out. Then go over to Adrian's channel after we beat the U.S. Yes, that would have been a good time to do it. That was a very historical win, as a lot of you guys would probably know. It's a very emotional win. I honestly had no idea that going into that game that it would turn out to be a big 2-0 victory for the boys. But then unfortunately the next match we got pumped. But there's another one. Wow, Alistair Johnston. Johnston is a fantastic young right back. For those of you guys who maybe aren't too familiar with him, he plays in Nashville. He was my pick to be the starting right back for our opening match. Larea obviously got the nod, but I'm a big fan of Alistair Johnston. Comes from the Vaughan Academy, I believe. Had a nice little left-footed finish there. It's going very easily, boys. It's going very, very easily. I think it'll finish 7-1. Man, the way it's going, I would not put money on this Cayman Islands squad getting anywhere near a goal. But our Besiktas fans are coming in here, and I love it. They come in with passion. About Kyle Larin and Atiba Hutchinson, 2 Canadian legends playing in the Turkish league. But it's seriously, man, the Cayman Islands literally kick off, and immediately the ball just comes right back on them. I'm surprised Canada has 2 Gold Cups from 85 and 2000. Yes, I'm very surprised as well. Jason DeVos, I believe, was on that 2000 squad. But yeah, I didn't know that. I remember when I had to do my research years and years ago when I started following it, to my amazement, because my first soccer game was World Cup Soccer 2006. Canadian had a 2 out of 5 star. They were not a very good squad. And then I remember just doing a little bit of research back then and seeing that we had a Gold Cup, and I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, it was amazing. If you guys want to watch some of those highlights, go do it. It's a pretty incredible run that those Canadians went on. Josh, logo is cool. Me, I picked BBB because my family are Bayern fans, and I felt bad for BBB. yeah, I picked them because they were cool. Alistair Johnston, he's a beauty. Oh, Canada, at work, Josh. We got Tactical Manager here. Tactical Manager, how you doing, my man? Expecting a little bit more of a fight from the Cayman Islands, I'm not going to lie, but it's been a pretty much walk in the park for this Canadian side. I'm hoping at halftime, Dane St. Clair comes on in net. Just, I mean, he's not going to have to do much, but that way we get him cap-tied. I think that's going to be pretty important. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to assess, man. This has been an absolute dominant performance. The Cayman Islands have not touched the ball. We haven't even had to been too tactical about it. We've pretty much just got it to the front men. Big shout out though, I think someone put his stats in here, but David Waterspoon has had a fantastic match. I think he's has a goal, 2 assists. He could have arguably had another one. He's been absolutely fantastic. Cayman Islands versus Aruba will be a magical match. Yes, it will. Bottom of the basement match between Aruba and the Cayman Islands. My money's on Aruba because I want to go on vacation there, so I'm gonna go for Aruba in that match. But let's go another one before half. Yeah, man. At the way this is going, man, it's 6-0. There's no let up from this squad. I know. What do you guys want to see for subs? I mean, I'd argue, like I said, the only sub I really want to see is getting young Nielsen in as well as St. Clair, just due to the fact I want to see him get tied down to this Canadian squad. I mean, this has just been a dominated performance here. I don't know how to really assess it, just the fact that we are just very superior squad. The one thing I can say, though, is Alphonso Davies does look a lot quieter than he did in the match against Bermuda. That's common sense, given the fact that he's playing as a left back compared to as a left mid. But it's cool. It's cool having Kyle Larin, and it's cool having Alphonso Davies on the squad because it gives the squad versatility. I could come up with a way to put this in a three center back, 2 wing back, 2 center mids, and then, or even 3 center mids and 2 striker formation if you wanted to do that 3-5-2. We could also do a 4-4-2, which is my preferred formation, and then a 4-3-3, which we're playing today, because Kyle Larin can play it on left or right mid, left or right wing, as well as a striker, which he's scored 4 goals in 3 games. We know that. And Alfonso can obviously play as well as a left back, left wing back, and a left mid. So really, he gives Herman a lot of different options going in here, but that is halftime. 6-0. Almost feel bad for the Cayman Islands. Very cool to see this Canadian squad absolutely lighting it up. But all those here with the Canadian flag. Hey man, I'm from Bermuda myself. You destroyed us 5-1, but to be honest, I don't even know how we made it to the World Cup qualifiers. But good luck in the World Cup. I'm certain to tune in. Well, I appreciate it, my man. Hopefully you like the content. I mean, maybe you can adopt Canada to be a low-key little supporting country that you did. But I mean, you guys put up a much better fight than this Cayman Islands squad is doing tonight. So it is nice to see. I just want to see Canada score in the World Cup one day. Well, I don't know. We get an automatic berth in the 2026 World Cup, and the way that this team's going to be by then, I would be surprised if we weren't able to get a goal. But there is a big chance that we can qualify for the 2022 World Cup. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the boys get on. One Canadian city has more people than the Cayman Islands. This isn't fair. Yeah, someone told me that. I think they said that the province of, I can't even remember what they described it, but yeah, they're making the same comparison to Bermuda, a very small country as well. So is the Cayman Islands. And like I said, I don't want to take too much away from these matches. What I'm taking away is just the look of the squad, the talent playing all across Europe. This team should have a fair shot at qualifying for the World Cup. I'm not taking, oh, we beat Cayman Islands, whatever the score is going to be, 12-0. That doesn't make me feel like we're going to just go on and be absolutely dominant in any way, shape, or form in the next round. I think winning this game 8 or so nothing should be a routine. And it's cool to see that we're doing it even without, in my opinion, the best starting 11 for what we have on the bench. But yeah, some people are asking how to watch the game again, and our fellow sponsors here of One Soccer. I joke, though, I joke. I think every Concacaf team plays each other once in the best in St. Lucia because of the withdrawal. I think you're right. Nick Edit says 7-0. Holland 9 says 6-0. Canada is good. Do they even have any possession in our half? I missed the first 4 goals in 30 minutes. No, man. They didn't, Adrian. They did not. They had a couple of times where Canada turned over the ball and they ran up the pitch with it, but it took 1 or 2 passes for the Cayman Islands squad to lose possession, and they did at one point have an odd man rush. I believe it was a 4-on-3, maybe 3-on-2, and they just don't have the quality to be able to put a couple passes together, and they put it right into the Canadian defender, and just like that, it was turned right around. But no, the possession-wise, Cayman Islands have had nothing. They've had a couple of breaks, but lost it immediately. But no, Kripu has not touched the ball. So yeah, I don't know. My big substitution, my tactical brain is saying bring on Dane St. Clair. Cap time. That is the big moment that this Canadian squad needs to do. That's pretty much all we need to do. How many assists does Davies have? I believe he has 1. I don't know. Like I said, he's been very tied to the left back position in today's match. He looks very different in this game than he did in the match against our the Bermuda side. But stop this massacre, says Aldo. I think it's going to get worse, man. Like I said, there's no reason for this Canadian team to stop scoring. There's no sympathy. They want to get as much goals, improve that goal difference as much as they can. So when it comes into a match against Suriname, for example, and it does end in a draw, if that happened, we'd have the goal difference to move on through. Do you think Canada can make it to the quarterfinal? Yes, I do. I think they have a huge chance of qualifying for the World Cup. I really do. I think that they play their game right, they go in and they do their job here in the opening round. They should be able to go on to the next qualifiers, and hopefully they can compete. Like I said, when I'm looking at those other teams, I think it's a toss-up for those 3rd and 4th spots. Mexico, US, pretty self-explanatory. They've always been there. They've done that. But anything can happen in these qualifiers. We saw that last time when US didn't even qualify for the World Cup. But that Costa Rica squad is a lot older than it used to be. It's one of the oldest. I think it's got an average age of about 30, if I heard that correctly. The Canadian side's young. We got a lot of talent. And then, of course, the Jamaica side, they're recruiting a lot of young English talent as well. It's going to be interesting. Honduras is in there. Panama's in there. But I don't know. When I'm looking at it, man, I'm looking on paper. I'm looking at what this Canada team can put out as a best 11. It's getting my hopes up. I'm not going to lie. Population of Cayman is less than half the population of PEI. That is quite the fact, my man. The only sub you want to see is one to JJD TV. What a shout by Yusuf. Yes, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I definitely would appreciate it. We're getting into the Canadian men's national team content here on JJD TV. As you can probably tell, I'm a big Dortmund fan. That is my club team. But when summertime comes, we'll be covering pretty much everything Canada men's national team, international breaks. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been so impressed to see the love of this sport across the country. I live in a very small town, a very remote small town, so I don't see a lot of that love. I usually just talk to myself, talk to my friends. I've recruited Producer T, though. He's my best friend. He's a big hockey guy, but I recruited him. He's following the sport. I mean, he's our producer, so he's doing it as much as he possibly can. So it's very cool to come on here live and talk to a lot of you guys about our country, which is something I never thought I would do. Mate, how are you watching the game? What channel? One Soccer, my guy. Is Jonathan David injured? No, he was not released from Lille. Was not released. Different quarantine rules, different rules from different leagues. He's not released due to the fact that Lille would not allow him to. Clearly didn't need him, but like I said, man, he has 11 goals in 12 matches. You can imagine if Jonathan David was in these 2 games, man. The record for Canada is from Dwayne De Rosario, and it's 22 goals. David is going to kill that record. So is Kyle Larin. Probably Davies. It's a lot of fun. Got a nice little update there from the goals. Yeah, we'll go over them. Sterling got the opening goal, followed by Kyle Larin, our Besiktas supporters' friends. Watherspoon, who had an excellent game. He's been a huge standout player for me today. Let me know who's your guys' standout player for the opening half. Because for me, I mean, it had to be. It had to be Watherspoon. He had a goal, I think 2 assists. And he's really just kind of held the ball, controlled the play, very relaxed. He's 31, so I mean, he's been around for a long time, playing in the Scottish League, doing it fantastic there. Davies came in with a pen. Mark Anthony Kai, my boy, put one in, and of course, Alistair Johnson, which is nice to see. Had a nice finish there on the left foot, weak foot for a right back. I bet the final score will be 6-0, but it's 6-0 at halftime. Yeah, well, I originally said 6, and then I changed my mind to 4 after looking at the starting 11. Now I feel like an idiot, and should probably just times it by like 2 or something. But we'll have to see. I think we'll probably get to double digits. Yesterday Josh had the TFC kit, but it was postponed. Now he's wearing no kit. Very sad. I had a nice TFC kit, but if you guys don't notice, I have a Forge FC hat on. Come on. I'm rocking some bit of Canada. I wore the jersey a couple days in a row. We're shooting some videos. I don't know. I didn't want to be, that guy to wear it all the time. But I'm rocking a little bit of Canada. I'm wearing the Forge FC hat. I started watching football because of AFTV, and I like Arsenal. It's a good shout. I don't mind Arsenal. They're not my favorite Premier League team. Chelsea is, just because my first ever coach gave me a Lampard jersey. So, I was tied to the team because of that. After this qualifiers, we move on to the next qualifiers. If we qualify from the next qualifiers, we go straight to the World Cup. Depends. There's 3.5 spots that are available. If we top our group here, we move on to the next round. If we finish in the top 3, we get an automatic berth to the World Cup. If we finish 4th, we have to take on a different country, and then we have a shot. So I don't know. I'm as positive as I ever have been when it comes to when it comes in. But I don't know if you guys noticed that I was wearing a Forge FC hat, because I was. We did a lot of work with the squad in my last job. We did some work with York 9 FC as well. We had season tickets to Forge FC. Had a nice kick around with Tristan Borges, for you guys who know him. And Narco as well. It was pretty cool knowing them. And Borges was returning. He's returning. He went over to Belgium. He's coming back to Forge. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get him on the channel. Still friends with him. You know, why not? We got a Calvary fan here from Nick. I watched York 9. I met Jimmy Brennan as well. I delivered a soccer machine over to him. And I set it up, and I was pumping the soccer machine at the York 9 keeper. So, you know, pretty cool. When Canada plays controlled, they score more goals, but they play a bit wild and confused. And it's very hard to tactically take a look at this match because we are just so much more quality than our opponents do. It's hard to sit back, relax, play our natural game. When there's so much space, this Cayman Island team is not organized. They don't know exactly what they're doing, so they leave a lot of quick openings, and we seriously, it just takes the odd pass here and there to really stretch this Cayman Island squad. And I do take your point. This game looks a lot different even than the Bermuda game. I don't know why. I think obviously probably the quality between Bermuda and Cayman Islands has a bit of it, but I don't know, man. It's wild. I found a site you can watch. Oh, Man United for Life is coming in clutch for some of you guys. Over 10 goals. What do y'all think? Like I said, I don't think this Canadian squad is going to give up scoring goals because they want a high goal difference. They definitely do. So I don't see them, and it wouldn't surprise me if Cavallini comes on, a couple of the other players come on. Like, I don't see them cutting this. I think they're going to get as many goals as they possibly can. So it's not going to be a question whatsoever when it comes down to goal difference that Canada will have the most. So yeah, double digits, I wouldn't be surprised. If we're going to get a spanking Cayman Island supporter here, I don't mind. Would be great to see Canada at the World Cup again. Well, a Cayman Island supporter here. Samo, welcome. I mean, I don't know. Not used to Canada spanking anybody, but it's, you know, it's nice to see. It's nice to see, but like I said, this team has gotten a lot better. It's got a lot better for a lot of different reasons. The growth of the country in this sport has been incredible, and as well as the talent going elsewhere. It's great to see, and this squad looks fantastic. But I'm going to do my best not to draw any conclusions off of a match against Bermuda and Cayman Islands. Our first real test will definitely be against Suriname, and we'll see what we can do against it. It would be ridiculous if we don't qualify. I absolutely agree. It would be ridiculous, man. We are by far the favorites in this group, and we should. Just by the way we're playing, we should be a walk in the park, but international football can be crazy, and COVID can be crazy too, man. We had our best striker get restricted from coming due to COVID, so shouldn't be a problem with the rest of qualifying, obviously, because it's going to be in the summertime, but you never know. I am from Montreal, Canada. Go Canada. I'm from around near Toronto. I'm near Toronto, near London area. David Waterspoon is a GOAT. Yes, he is, my man. He had a fantastic game. It's a big takeaway for me. The final round of Concacaf qualifiers are lived with another level of intensity. Do you think Canada can deal with that? That's going to be the question. Like I said, I don't want to get too carried away with the fact that we had a comfortable win against Bermuda, comfortable win against Cayman Islands, hopefully comfortable wins against Aruba and Suriname to qualify, but the next round is going to be insane, and I have no idea really what to rate it on. I have no, like, we competed not even that long ago with the United States. We obviously had that big victorious victory over them, but unfortunately we got smacked the next game. But I think since that, this team's gotten better, and I think that we've figured out a proper shaped plan. I never liked the shape that Herdman played with in this national team. I prefer this to be played in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2, or a 4-4-2, sorry, and then either have Davies up as a winger or a left mid. He's too restricted playing right now as a left back. And I don't know, it's hard to tell. Like I said, the Mexicans, United States, Jamaica, Costa Rica, those are the four big ones in my opinion. But when I'm looking at our squad, I think it matches up very nicely against Jamaica, as very nicely against Costa Rica. It's just going to be debate whether we can go into a match if Herdman's got the tactical ability to be able to set up properly against each team and take it. But I do agree, it's going to be absolutely intense. But we got some real winners, and I think the mentality of having Alphonso Davies in this locker room is going to be incredible, man. Literally, he's won the biggest thing you could possibly win in club competition in the Champions League. He's been a serial winner for Bayern, and hopefully he takes some of that into this Canadian squad and show these kids what you can do. And I don't know, man. Like I would love to have a player like that on my squad. And I think that we have a good shot, but I do think that's a good shout that the next round is not going to be a walk in the park, and this Canadian team needs to be ready for it. What are your thoughts on the CPL? Well, I worked a lot with Forge FC as well as York 9 FC through two different ventures, through a sporting machine company I worked for, and as a summer camp company I worked for. So we got season tickets, we got a lot of special treatment during it, and it's been pretty cool to see the way that a team and I kind of grew up hoping that there'd be something around my area, but it is a very young league. It's going to take a long time, and I think it's a good start, man. I think it's been exciting. I've been to a lot of Forge FC games, and I don't know. It's a good start. Hopefully, they can survive. COVID came at an absolutely terrible time for a new league, but it's been fun. I enjoyed all the games I went to. I think the Forge team has been a good team to support because they're very talented. But it is a good league, but it's gonna take a long time. A lot of you guys shouldn't expect them to become a world challenger, even a North American challenger, anytime soon. I wonder if Canada does make it to the World Cup, if it'll be on One Soccer. Maybe the Canadian games. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if someone asked this already, but what are your thoughts on Watchalong's extension? I like it, I guess. I mean, I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people would have preferred Zorc to stay. I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I mean, he's been in the job and knows what he's doing. There are issues when it comes to some of the issues that the fans don't like, but I'm not too bothered by it either way. It would be ridiculous if we don't qualify. We will qualify, keep the positive energy. I like that. The second half is kicked off, though. We are 6-0 up, a real nail-biter here. I wonder if Canada makes it to the World Cup, if it'll be on One Soccer. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping as much as I can. And I really like what they One Soccer did with Lille. They have everything pretty much. Canada men's national team, the U23 team, all kinds of different things about this Canadian soccer, as well as the Lille partnership, which I think is very cool. Every single Lille game you can watch on One Soccer to take an eye on Jonathan David. I think they should do that with Besiktas. I think they should get a partnership with them because they got 2 Canadians on that squad. But I don't know, I think that's an interesting little partnership. Bermuda has 1% of Toronto's population. Oh my. Suriname waits for Canada. Yes, they do. Jamaica is big too. Jamaica is big, man. They have they have a lot of talent as well that is coming from England. A lot of English national team players could have represented Jamaica if they wanted to. They picked up Antonio, Casey Palmer, Lowe. They got Hector a while ago, but again, he was someone who was at the nationality of England, so they will be a good squad as well. But I mean, watching them against the States, man, they did not impress me at all. Not even a little bit. That United States team ran over that Jamaican team. Josh, with all due respect, does Canada have a league of its own, and is there people who can play soccer? Yes, we do have a league of our own. So before the Canadian Premier League did open, we had a couple teams in the MLS. We have the Vancouver Whitecaps, which is probably the most Canadian talent of recent years, Alphonso Davies being the biggest one. Another one of that is, of course, the Toronto FC, which is my MLS club, and Montreal Impact, which is Adrian's, if he is still here. And now we've opened the CPL, which had its first season and did very well, and gained a team and gained Ottawa Impact, or not Ottawa Impact, gained Ottawa. They were Ottawa Fury for a while, but and I don't know, man. It's hard to judge the league. It's very new, but I think it's some very positive sites. It has some good young talented players, and it's a good first start for soccer here in Canada. But yeah. Other than that, we have 3 teams that are in the MLS, which is pretty much where a lot of the Canadian players who were developed. So the way Canadian government is in Canada, that might have to play all qualifying games on the road while other teams get to play at home in front of fans. Canada is turning into a snowflake country. That'll be huge. That'll be huge, especially if if we go into the next round and aren't able to play matches at home. Now, that's a long time away. I don't know what's going to happen. COVID changes each and every day. But if we don't play our games at home, that could definitely hurt us, man. I totally agree. Josh, you won't need to pay for One Soccer in 2026. You can just see it in person. I'm excited, man. Herdman is clueless, but hopefully the team will play it. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are not big fans of Herdman. And, I mean, like I said, like, he wasn't my first pick all that time ago when we got him, but I mean, he does have a solid record for this Canadian squad, but it does really bug me when we started our journey and seeing the way that he tactically lined it up. It just didn't fit with the squad members that we had, and then that loss to Haiti just absolutely reamed me out. But we did just gain a member here on the channel. It is George from Bayern now. Now, George is a big rival of ours. He is a good old Bayern supporter, while I'm a Dortmund supporter, and he's also American. So he goes for the U.S. men's national team compared to Canada. But he is a very good guy. We've done a lot of collaborations together, and he's probably keeping an eye. I mean, I doubt he's watching the game, but if he is, he's probably keeping an eye on Alfonso. He's superstar. What rating is that? What member level is that? Second one? George with the second level of membership here on the channel. We're gonna have a special video for George each and every month now. What a guy. George, how intensely are you watching this Canadian versus Cayman Islands game, being a Bayern supporter? I know you are. What happened to the Ottawa Fury? The Ottawa Fury, that was my bad. The Ottawa Fury were in the USL, I believe. That was the league that they were in, and then they turned into Atletico Ottawa. Atletico Ottawa? Yeah, Atletico Ottawa. I feel like a goof. But Atletico Madrid basically bought them and turned them from Ottawa Fury, who does not exist anymore, into Atletico Ottawa. And they had a decent opening campaign in the CPL, but Forge was the best team. It was good to see. Canada's third team can beat the Irish national team easily. You got some Irish supporters in here? Because I've seen a lot of negativity on Twitter about the Ireland national squad, man. That was painful to watch. Jamaica are missing 9 players against the U.S. men's national team. That is very true. That is very true, man. And that's why it's a friendly. It's a friendly. But I think that team, there was a lot of excitement, just some of the players making their debuts. I was expecting more of an effort than a 4-1 defeat, but you are very right. That was definitely by far not the Jamaican national team's full starting 11. Concacaf said that the CPL exceeded expectations, and that's good. LOL. Yes, it did. I mean, it was hard to judge a brand new league. It really was. I didn't have any idea how good it was gonna do. I went to a lot of games in Hamilton. Now that's the Tiger Cats football arena, so I went a lot to their football games as well, and they had a packed stadium. So it's different taking a look. That has got to be another pen. No, just gets flattened. So taking a look at the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I think it holds about 30,000 people when it was packed for a football game versus 5,000 for a soccer game. It looks a little bit different, but I didn't set the expectations. I didn't know what they were going to be, but I know that they did pretty well. It just, a brand new league depends on revenue from tickets, and unfortunately it hurt pretty badly, the fact that they can't do that. But they were able to get that other season done, and hopefully they'll be able to continue the growth of the league, because I think it's very important when it comes to growth of young players here. Are Canada playing with their A squad like Alfonso Davies, Jonathan David? Simon, how you doing, my man? No, not really. Alfonso Davies is playing. He's playing as a left back though, so he's restricted. Hasn't been as open of a match in today's game. Jonathan David didn't get released from Lille, so he's not in. I believe in the 23-man squad that they did pick, their best 11 was the last 11 they played in their opening game against Bermuda. They played in a 4-4-2. But, I mean, this new squad that they have out here, which is pretty much an entire different team except for Davies and Kyle Larin are playing. They're playing in a 4-3-3, and they are looking very good as well. I mean, they're running over this Cayman Islands squad. But 2 big players are missing. That's Scott Arnfield and Jonathan David from the squad. But it clearly didn't matter in a match like this against the Cayman Islands. Ontario Soccer League has lots of good teams and players. Rio, I agree. Ontario does. There's a lot of A lot of good young players, and you see where some of these, a lot of the hometowns of some of these players in this national squad come from Ontario. It's pretty cool to see. Is Canada automatically in the World Cup in 2026? Yes, they are. Them, Mexico, and the US. Not watching. I'm busy moving into a new room. George is getting a new little setup there. Nice to see. Hello, a fan from Argentina. Argentina fan watching, checking in on the Cayman Islands and the Canadian men's national team. Well, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Subscribe if you guys are new. Drop a like on the channel. It means a lot. Helps with YouTube algorithm, which helps, you know, promote the video and get more people here. And I appreciate it, and I hope that if you're a new subscriber, you let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, my new Argentinian friend. What brings you to the watch-along? Who you keep an eye on today, or are you just stopping by? Who has a better squad, Jamaica or Canada? That's tough, man. That'd be a pretty cool video to make. The Jamaica squad is getting better and better and better. They keep recruiting players. I don't know. I would seem biased, man, but to be honest, I think we have more talent. I really do. Like, between Jonathan David, Alphonso Davies, Laren, Hutchinson, I don't know. I think our team's, and I'm gonna sound biased, but for me, honestly, Canada on paper seems like they have a stronger squad than the Jamaican team. Jamaican team's got a good team, and they keep recruiting young English talent, well, and older English talent. Antonio's a good example, but in my opinion, Jonathan David's a much better striker than Antonio is. So, yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm Canadian. I'm biased, and I'm gonna say Canada. So I'm watching on One Soccer. We got a lot of Canadians here. Greetings from Mexico. Welcome, my friend. Congratulations on you guys qualifying for the Olympics. Kind of painful for me to talk about, but you know. Got a whole subscription, and there's no better than soccer option. Yeah. Jonathan David or Godzilla? We're going to have to probably go on Jonathan David there. I mean, One Soccer literally bought the rights for Lille for Jonathan David. Shows the talented man he is. Pretty cool to see. But we've been dominating this match. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. Hello from Mars. It's an interesting place to be. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the channel. I'm watching my Cayman broadcast, and it's hilarious. Southend United in the house. When is the next round being played? The next games are going to be played in June. And then depending on if we win, we go into the final round of World Cup qualifying. I don't know off the top of my head when those are going to be played. But we relaxed a little bit here in the second half. Some sloppy passes. It's hard when you're up 6-0 after the first half to continue hammering it on. But I mean, 11 minutes have been played here. You see the odd sloppy pass. We've been kind of laying back a little bit. So, I mean, you don't want to break your composure in a match. You want to keep it going, so I don't know. Maybe Herdman throws in a sub, get a young kid on here, get someone who wants to score. I'd throw Cavallini back on here. There's one man who should be angry after these international games. It would be Cavallini with the amount of misses he had in that first match. So I'd maybe toss him back in here to maybe wake the team up a little bit, try to get in on the fun here. Hello from Argentina as well. I'm Venezuelan, and most of my country lives in Ontario. They are watching as well. That is fantastic. Green Dog, welcome. Argentina, that's quite the background. It's beautiful. Hi, friend. As I said, from Argentina, I live... Oh, we gained a member. Sorry for that. Big football fan. That's why I'm here. Santiago, how you doing? I'm a big football fan as well. But... yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm very excited to do these watch-alongs with you guys. I just, like I said, I mean, I started a Borussia Dortmund fan channel. Got a lot of support, got a love there. We're working with the team, Borussia Dortmund themselves. But international break, I just didn't really know what to do. I did the odd video, but I don't know. The fact that the Canadian team was coming in, I just had to jump on here and start covering it. And met a lot of new people, man. It's been a lot of fun. So, I mean, we'll be covering them a lot in the summertime, every time friendlies come around. So hopefully you guys like the content. You subscribe if you're new. We did just gain a member, and that is Bai. Comes to the Rising Star Reina rank. Get some added, oh, nice little cut there. It's a good save. Theo Corbian, no. Had a good effort there. I think he hit Kyle Laren in the back. But Bai, thank you so much for becoming a member, my man. 2 members here on the on today's stream. George from Bayern now. and of course Bai, who's repping the JJD TV blackout logo, and that's very cool. Get some added perks, and you see the JJD TV logo get added to your name. So thank you, man. It helps the channel grow more than you can know. So I really appreciate you becoming a member. I think Jamaica plays a little better than Canada, and that is an excellent point. When I said the Canadian team, which I do still believe has better quality, they haven't not been playing together near as much as this Jamaican team has. The Jamaican team has been playing for a while together. They play a different type of football, and it's a little bit more nitty gritty. But we got a triple substitution coming on, and like I said, Cavallini is coming on today. I'm gonna say it right now. Cavallini scores 2. I'm gonna say Cavallini scores 2. He had an awful outing for a man who's got fantastic goal scoring record for Canada. He's gonna be coming on here hungry. He doesn't care that it's 6-0. He wants to score a couple to make up for that last match. Expectations for the Gold Cup for Canada. My expectation is the semifinals, at least for me. Losing to Haiti in the last one just put an ugly taste in my mouth. I wouldn't have even expected us to go that deep. We had a kind draw. We got a perfect opportunity to go on to the semis, but couldn't get past that Haiti squad, which, I mean, they're a good team. That was a nice little hit. But it was a big disappointment, man. So I want to at least get to the semis. But like I said, I want to go with the mindset to win stuff. I want to believe in this squad that they can do something special. They can go into a Gold Cup. They can compete. They can win. So I don't know. I want to at least get to the semis, and I will be devastated if we don't win. So it's a new mindset I'm trying to adapt here for Canada. Canada might qualify for the knockout stages of the World Cup 2026. The way that the talent's growing, I'm hoping so, my man. So we got Junior Hoylett coming on for Corbiano, who will be out on the wing. Cavallini's coming on for Kyle Larin. And Adekujbi's coming on for, I couldn't see who the last substitution was, but he'll definitely be going at left back, which will put Davies up to have a little bit of fun up the pitch, which we like to see. Now we got Davies, Junior Hoylett, who I'm assuming Hoylett's playing out on the right wing. Davies will be playing left wing. Cavallini will be through the middle, and we should be seeing some goals hopefully soon. Simon Carr wants to see Canada and the U.S. men's national team. That would be a fun watch-along with Filippo. Yeah, I mean, we obviously had a historic win over them, a 2-0 victory, followed by a disappointing 4-1 loss. But I don't know who would win, man. I'm biased. I mean, arguably, like I said, the favorites would be the States. I think that, like, when it comes to the big difference, because I think our attacking options are better, man. I'm not overly impressed with Joshua Sargent. I've never been a big Joshua Sargent fan, and he's arguably their #1 striker. I think Jonathan David's got them beat in that category. Davies is another class. They got Pulisic, they got Gio. Gio hasn't been, I mean, I follow Gio each and every week, man. He's not been on good form. He's not playing the proper position. So the thing that States, I think, really can get us, the midfield very strong with Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, 2 fantastic players. I mean, we got Atiba, man. It's not like we got players not playing in good leagues, good clubs. But their defense is where I think that they got us, man. Like I said, looking at this squad, in my opinion, the center back position is probably our weakest. I mean, they got Serginho Dest, Robinson as well. So it'd be an interesting match. I'd love to see them play off against each other, and we'll hopefully see it in the next round. 60 minutes played in the second half. Canada cannot control the game. Cayman Islands plays better in the first half. Oh, that was a good shot there, man. It was a beautiful little curling away from the keeper, right off the post. Adekujbi, and there we go. Took a little bit of time, but Mark Anthony Kai got his second of the night. Nice little finish in the back of the net. Perfect, man. Perfect. Simon says, hey JJD, love watching your channel because I get Canadian perspective on football/soccer. Simon, my man, I appreciate it. I hope you guys like the channel. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun, especially to even grow a little bit on our content. Start doing some of the Canadian stuff, which is stuff I obviously wanted to do, but just didn't think I ever really would. It is. And yes, like I said, when I cover the Canadian men's national team, I can say the S word. I can say soccer. It feels wild. Our new member, Bai, just rocking out the JJD TV. That's a nice little ball. Collect the easy. Nice little JJD TV emojis. Very cool to see. Do you think Canada can qualify for the World Cup? Absolutely. I do. It's going to be a long road ahead. They're going to have to show up each and every night. And it's going to be a lot of tactical decisions, man. It's going to be a huge test on whether John Herdman is the right man for the job or not. If he can go up against the games against a tough-to-play Costa Rica side, a tough-to-play Jamaican side, and take results, take points. Because if we can't do that, then we're going to be very painful when it comes to qualifying. Are you a Dortmund fan? I'm a huge Dortmund fan. If you can't tell from the background, this channel started out as a Borussia Dortmund fan channel, and we work with the club themselves. We're the official international streamers on Borussia Dortmund's Twitch. We've had interviews with club legends, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you guys like Dortmund content, there you go. Get an added bonus of being Canadian and liking Dortmund, which we got a few of you guys on here. Canada and the US will play in the Gold Cup, and it will be an incredible match. Canada is much better than Jamaica unless Herdman screws things up. Probably second that, my man. I'd probably second that. Sorry, Josh, but all I know about Canada is that they live in cold climate, speak English. I know Canada have Justin Bieber. Well, there you go. I got Justin Bieber. You know a little bit. And they have Davies. What do you know about Egypt? Mohamed Salah. Trezeguet. I don't know much about Egypt, just that it's hot there. There's a connection to the pyramids, right? Okay, the pyramids are in Egypt. And you guys have a solid football team as well, especially with the likes of Salah, a new Galatasaray striker, as well as Trezeguet from Aston Villa. Josh Sargent is amazing against Jamaica, though. He is. I think Jonathan David is a better striker than Josh Sargent, and I don't know. I'm just not overly convinced. He's never been much of a goal scorer. Like I follow a lot of the Bundesliga, obviously, because I watched Dortmund, but he just hasn't. I don't know. He just doesn't have that clinical finishing for me. He's never scored more than I think 6, 7, 8 goals, something like that in a season. But I mean, he's young. He's growing as a striker, and he's got an engine on him. So you got to give him that. You took Jonathan David from Haiti, so yeah, pumped we did. I just noted the score of the Canada. You were slapping Cayman Islands. Yes, it is 7-0, 65 minutes in. A lot of time to go. I put money. I didn't actually put money, but I said that Cavallini is going to score too. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do here. I just felt like Cavallini is coming onto the pitch furious with his performance against Bermuda. And the Cayman Islands are not very good. So wouldn't surprise me that he knocks in a couple. Josh, center back for Canadians men's national team. Are you asking who the center backs are, or are you saying I play center back? I'll be a terrible center back for I'm short, I'm not that strong, and I've never played center back before. But if you're asking who they are today, it's Ricardo Ferreira, who just came over to the Canadian men's national team, and that's a beautiful little pass there. And Frank Sturring, who's originally from the Netherlands, so it's pretty cool to see him come on over as well. Against stronger teams, we need Davies in the attack. Second game against the US. With him at left back, our attack was toothless, and Davies is involved because we were buried by pressure. What was Herdman thinking? You summed it up pretty perfectly, my man. Absolutely. That's the thing that a lot of people don't like about Herdman, is his tactical ability when it comes to the important games, comes to the big games. After watching, like I said, in a game against Cayman Islands, it's hard for me to take a huge take from it, but Alphonso Davies, as talented as he is, and he is he's cut from a different cloth. You saw that in a game against Bermuda when he was playing up the pitch, when he was getting involved, when he was linking up, when he had his electric pace, his soccer IQ, everything about him was incredible. Playing as a left back in a game like this, you don't see as much. And it's not something that you're going to want to see. I think tactically against, it depends. If you want to throw him up, because we have Sam Akujbi, who's a fantastic left back as well for Canadian. Oh, and there's a nice finish. And there we go. There we go. I called it. That's 1 for 2, guy. That's Cavallini. I said he's coming on. He's scoring 2. The man made up for his poor effort against Bermuda with a goal. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But yeah, I agree. Herdman's got to get it right on the big day. He's got to know when to play Davies as a left mid, maybe as a left winger, and even as a left wing back. If we are able to play with a 3 at the back formation against potentially like a Mexican side, Davies can still go up and down the pitch. He can do that as a left wing back. He would probably do it very, very well. But in a team that's going to be more possession-wise for us, he needs to play up the pitch, man. Absolutely, he does. I'd play him arguably as a left mid, if left wing, in almost every team, except maybe Mexico. I'd maybe look at that back three. Canadian Bayern fan here. Oh, there you go. Junior Hoylett is rocking the captain's armband, which is a nice little sight to see. He was one of the first Canadians I remember back in the day going on FIFA, seeing someone who had a high rating. Junior Hoylett was one of them. Jamaica recently added Antonio, West Ham, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, Andre Blake. Well, Blake was always one. Oh, is this the second one already? Oh, Cavallini, you're back to your missing ways. Liam Moore, Hector. I think Jamaica has a better squad currently. I still disagree. Those are some fantastic names, man. Don't get me wrong. That Jamaican squad absolutely turned it around. But I still think that the Canadian squad on paper, like, with no disrespect, like, Antonio is a good striker. I mean, Jonathan David is a better striker. If you want to do comparison by comparison, Liam Bailey is a fantastic one as well. I mean, you want to link him up against Alphonso Davies. Blake's a good keeper. I don't think Blake's any better of a keeper than Borjan is, in my opinion. Gray is a decent striker. Lawrence is a good left back. Hector's an okay center back. Liam Moore's an okay center back. Those are two championship quality center backs. I don't know. It's even. It's pretty even. I'm not saying that, oh, Canada's a way better squad than the Jamaican team. I'm absolutely not saying that, because I'm very impressed with some of the recruitment that Jamaican team has done. And if you told me that Jamaica's got a better squad, I wouldn't fight it too much. Because it is that even. But some of the talent, the bigger players in this team, like Kyle Larin, for example, I'd take Larin, David over Antonio, Bailey, and Gray, I guess. I don't know. I think your defense is strong. I can definitely give you that. Hey, Josh, I think it's going to end up Canada winning 8-0. It's 8-0 right now, my guy. El Tree fan here. How you doing, my man? I congratulated a couple of the guys on making it to the Olympics. I can congratulate you as well, as painful as it was. But yes, it is 8-0. It is quite the performance from the boys today. Is Davies playing left back? He was. He's up the pitch now. He started as a left back. Wasn't as involved in the game as he probably would have liked to be. He did score a pen. Then a substitution came in. Samuel Adekujbi came back as our left back, which put Davies back up the pitch a little bit. Zach is here and says, hello, U.S. men's national team's fan. I predicted a double-digit win for Canada, being 10 or 11-0. Well, you're getting close, my man. Michel Antonio, Bailey, and Reed will have fun with Canada on your current defense. I don't know, man. Lining up Alphonso Davies, Kyle Larin, and David against a championship English caliber defense is probably just as fun. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be a good match. I'm not coming here trying to say Canada's gonna run over Jamaica. I'm not saying that, man. I don't know who would win if they go on against each other. But Jamaica does have a very strong squad, and there's another penalty shot right there. Damn, if we score another, it would be our biggest record win. Well, there we are. Hopefully, we'll break a record. Is it record 8? Is that what it is? Henry's back. What do you think about Suriname versus Canada, man? I think it's going to be a much closer affair, but all in all, man, it should be a routine win for us if we can play our game. Mexico and Canada are the two best Concacaf. I mean, I don't know if I would fully say that. But Mark Anthony Kai, I love this. Giving him the penalty for the hat trick. That is absolute class, in my opinion. That is so cool. Will he get the hat trick? No, he won't, but he's on the rebound. And no, he won't, but there someone does. Kai, my guy, for the hat trick. After two huge saves. Oh, he'll be pissed. He'll be pissed. But we broke the record. I think Davies got it. Oh, man. But that was a relatively poor penalty. Now, it could be retaken because I think the keeper's off his line. Had an excellent second save, but Davies was there on the rebound, so I guess he should have just took the penalty either way. I believe it's going to count. Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica are the best three. So I don't know about for my opinion, the best two is Canada, the US. That is my opinion. You guys can definitely challenge me on it because I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the Costa Rica side of late to be able to give them a good judgment. I know that they're getting older. The Jamaica side, like Orlando was saying, has blustered its squad left, right, and center. They're going to be arguably, they probably put Jamaica side as 3, in my opinion. And then that 4th spot between Canada, Costa Rica, Honduras, like, it's a good fight. But for me, right now, I'd probably put Jamaica the 3rd, just given, like I said, I think their teams are pretty even, but I think tactically, the way that they're going to line up, the way that they're going to play, it's going to be a challenge for Canada. Jamaica as a team competing in CONCACAF is better than Canada, in my opinion. How a player plays at its club doesn't mean that they'll be better and would be at international level. It's a very fair point, but another good point, Orlando, that we're going to see is that Cavallini. There it is. I said 2. I called 2, boys. That was the first JJD prediction here. I said Cavallini would come on and score 2. I absolutely nailed it. And we are now running away with our biggest ever victory. He had 2 very, very well taken goals, too. Beautiful, beautiful swung in. He's clearly onside. Diving little header. I called it. I feel good. I don't care that it's 10-0. But Orlando, I think a good little look between the Jamaican squad and the Canada squad is the fact that we have a pretty much 2 brand new looking teams. Like you said, you have a lot of new players joined to the Jamaican team, and they haven't played together a lot. They really haven't. Just like this Canadian squad has not played together a lot. A lot of the players have just been getting better and better. There's some new additions to the squad as well. I think, like you said, the Jamaican team's defense is superior to the Canadian one. I don't disagree. I think our mids arguably are better, and I think our attack is a little bit better as well. But it's going to be about 2 teams playing with brand new personnel and seeing what they can do. And I'm excited to see how they get on. And I think a game like this against Cayman Islands when we're up 10-0 doesn't prove a whole lot. I'm very curious to see what this Canadian men's national team and even the Jamaican national team can do when they get their full squad together and have a competitive match. I think it's going to be fun. And it's good for CONCACAF. I'm glad that the Jamaicans are bringing in some real good talent across the world. I'm glad the Canadians are. The States and the Mexican team has for a while. I think Cavallini just rounded off a hat trick. He did. Okay, well, I said 2. He's gotten 3 now. TSN and Sportsnet suck. Well, hopefully you enjoyed JJD TV. Liam Moore is more of a Premier League quality defender. Lawrence is quality as well, and they've gotten from Brentford. I rate him as the best center back championship. Like I said, man, I'm giving your defense the edge for sure. I am. But Cavallini has got a hat trick from the bench. Like I said, I talked him up pretty well about his goal scoring record for Canada, and I believe now that's his 14th international goal. It is the most for active players. Sorry, Jonathan David, you didn't get the chance to run up your goal tally this week, but he's 7 away from our record. 7 away from tying the record. And we're at our biggest ever victory. I'm so far behind in the chat. It's not even funny. Canada has it much better than Jamaica at BMO 2 years ago. We are even stronger now. There we go. It's a debate, man. It's a debate. Like I said, there's a lot of talent coming on both of these squads. I think arguably one of the matches I'd love to see is Canada taking on the Jamaican squad. But damn, man, it's 11-0. Cavallini got a hat trick from the bench. Absolutely running this team into the ground. Okay. Simon Carr now puts his prediction at 12. I like it. He's adapting to the changes here. Damn, I like how competition in the CONCACAF have risen. With the bottom side, Panama barely won. El Salvador tied. Yeah, man, it's nothing but good for CONCACAF. The more recruitment, the more talent we can bring in. I'm pumped for the Gold Cup. Absolutely pumped. I was gutted the last time. I didn't go into the last Gold Cup thinking that Canada was going to have a special run. And like I said, we arguably should have probably made it to the semis. And this time I'm going in with huge expectations. But as is the Jamaican squad, as is the U.S. men's national team, as is the Mexican team. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if you're new around here, guys, drop a sub. Let me know if you're a new subscriber around here. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. Hopefully you drop a like. And you enjoy watching the Canadian men's national team make history tonight with our biggest ever victory. We're up 3-0 on the Cayman Islands. It's not pretty for them. It's not pretty for them. I've been watching the U.S. for a while and realized that their defense is crap. You think Canada can run through them? I wouldn't say the U.S. team is crap. I think John Brooks is a solid defender. Serginho Dest. Robinson as well. They have young Richards. I think that they have one of the stronger defenses in CONCACAF. But I do think that Canada has a very potent attack with Jonathan David, Alphonso Davies. I mean, Cavallini, I know he plays in the MLS, which, I mean, comparing to the other players, but he's got a great record for his country. And, of course, Kyle Larin, who's got a fantastic record, can adapt out on the left, on the right. It is good to see, man. But I wouldn't say the Canadian team can run through the U.S. team, but I think it can definitely pose them a threat. Canada is my only team by far in qualifying and is actually filling my experience on them, like El Salvador, Trinidad and Tobago, Panama, or even Guatemala. U.S., Canada, Mexico can compete. Yeah, I like that. I think so too. I do think so. Orlando says, I think people don't realize that Jamaica made it far in the Gold Cup, etc. With USL and local players. Either way, I hope Canada will make the World Cup. Would be good to see in Qatar. I do as well, and I hope Jamaica, hopefully 4 countries. I think this is the best shot. This is probably the strongest, well-rounded CONCACAF qualifying teams that we've had in a long, long time. And I think it's a good shot that we'll see 4 of these CONCACAF teams at the World Cup in Qatar. But yes, Jamaica's had a couple great Gold Cup runs of late, man. They absolutely have. They made it to, I believe, 2 finals in the past few years. But Josh, you are Canadian. Why don't you cheer for Bayern? Alphonso Davies is to us why most Egyptians support Salah. And that's an excellent point, man. But like I said, growing up, I was always a Dortmund fan. I was a Dortmund fan probably when Alfonso was, 20? Probably 10 years old now, less than that. So I was always just a Dortmund fan. That was my club team. So unfortunately, it puts me into that awkward predicament where I can't really cheer for Bayern because they're not my team. But I always wish Alfonso success. I was happy you got a Champions League. But when it comes to Bayern taking on Dortmund, I have to go for Dortmund, man. They're my team. I created a YouTube channel around them. Is this hockey? LOL. No, man. It is not. It is not, but I like the joke. But yeah, that is why I don't cheer for Bayern. Because I'm a Dortmund fan. But like I said, when Davies gets to come back to the Canadian men's national team, you better believe I'm all about him. I'm Canadian, but I'd go for Jamaica because our defense is poo. Bailey would shred. Yeah, I still think it'd be a close game between Jamaica and Canada. A world record for the largest victory in international football was Australia versus American and 31-0. Did not know that, but you have some good knowledge. Good knowledge, my man. Show no mercy. Clearly. 10 minutes left to go in this game. It is 11-0. Surname is watching right now, probably pretty scared. Henry, that was 6 years ago. Mexico beat Chile last time they faced 3-1. Mexico dropped, and Chile's players are getting old. That is true. Chile's team is not near as good as the side it was. Rafael Morrison of Jamaica impressed me as I watched him as well. I didn't expect anything really good. I rate him highly. So I don't rate Rafael Morrison. He was a very highly rated youngster. Kind of pissed his career, in my opinion. He did kind of save it, though, when he went to Mexico. I saw some performances he did in Mexico to save it, but I don't rate him just because I think in that Jamaican team, you guys have a lot more talent than Rafael Morrison. But, I mean, he's a player you guys can add if he can find his game. He was a very hot topic. I think Queen's Park Rangers, West Ham, Man United were the teams that he played for when he was kind of growing as a player. But we have 39 shots. Just subscribe. Keep up the good work. I appreciate the sub, my man. For everyone who subscribed today, who liked the channel, it means a lot. Gained a couple new members here as well. It's good to see, man. It's good to see the love and support from our Canadian supporters across Canada. Very cool to see. I'm excited to have you guys on here. I said I'd give a shout out to Canucks Abroad. If any of you guys, I reached out to him today. He's a very nice gentleman. If you guys want to follow a good fun account on Twitter, Canucks Abroad is a good one to keep up to date with all of us Canucks, the Canadians, men's national team players who are playing abroad over in Europe. Go check them out on Twitter. Jamaica made the Gold Cup final in 2015 and 2017 and semis in 2019. Thank you, Wes, my man. I knew that there were 2 finals. I couldn't remember which ones off the top of my head. But please send Manchester United jersey. But yeah, this was quite the game, man. Pretty cool. Seeing some history being made today with our biggest ever victory. Cavallini came off the bench to put up a hat trick. Why can't I see Canada on the World Cup qualifier standings on Google? I'm not sure. Go to foot mode, my man, and go to the table there. Sterling is from Jamaica. I'm scared for Canada. Sterling is from Jamaica, but he's not representing Jamaica. He obviously represents England. Suriname is the only team capable to give Canada in this group. They have some young players from the Netherlands, like teams like Galatasaray. They do, man, but I mean, seeing what we're doing against this team, I mean, that Suriname team will be a lot better than, obviously, the matchup we're having today. But all in all, we should be in good shape to go through, and it would be a huge disappointment to this country if we weren't able to see it through. But I don't know. I have a good feeling. Do you see Holland and Sancho leaving? I can see Sancho leaving because of the COVID situation, and that we need to make some funds. And I can see Holland leave if we don't make top 4, in which he arguably said that he might do. So, Champions League for my boys, Dortmund, is crucial to keeping some of the big names. Suriname's defense is way stronger than Canada's. Cayman Islands got close to the Canadians half too many times. Suriname will not let this slide. A strong team, got to tidy it up. That's a good point, but like I said, when a game is already at the point of 6-7-0, and you put players up for fun at this point, the Cayman Island players a couple times, yes, got possession, made 1-2 passes to get an hour half, but they did absolutely nothing with it. They did not threaten us any way, shape, or form. Suriname has got some decent defenders. Ryan Dunk comes to mind. He used to play for the U21s for the Netherlands. He plays for Galatasaray, which is a solid club. He is a good center back to have. Suriname will be a challenge, man. There's no doubt about it. But still, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter what team we put on for this Canadian squad. We should still go into that Suriname game with heavy favorites on our books here. Do y'all think Canada will make the World Cup? I think it's too early to tell, man, but I think the first step is getting through the qualification process here. I think that we got a huge opportunity to do so, and it'll be fun, man, to come down to that final game against Suriname, and hopefully we get the job done. We're I don't know, we have a lot of talent. We'll have hopefully Jonathan David at that point. Scott Armfield could be in. We got a lot of depth, which is something we haven't got for a while. Who's the best Concacaf player and team? Probably for me, the best team right now is the Mexican team. But the best player, I mean, it's got to be Davies, no? It's got to be. Not biased at all, but I mean, I think there's a huge shout for that. I don't know if Tactical Manager's here and he's going to give me a run for that, but Alfonso's world class, man. He's absolute world class, and in CONCACAF right now, he's got to be the one. But I think the Mexican side is going to be the favorites probably in the next round. Do you think Canada will win the group or Dortmund lose to City? I think Canada will win the group, and I mean Dortmund are not the favorites against that City squad. There's no doubt about it. Got a question. Did you watch the Canada Olympic team yesterday? If your answer is yes, what was your take on the game? Yes, I did watch it. You could tell that Mexican side was a better side from the get-go, but the first half, in my opinion, was perfect for that Canadian team. There was never going to be an opportunity where we were going to dominate in possession. There's never going to be an opportunity where we were going to have a ton of chances. The biggest thing is we had to shut it down defensively. It was a huge hammer blow that Cornelius wasn't available to us. And we did it. We did it for 45 minutes. But unfortunately, when it came to the mistake we made and gave the ball away, it happened too many times. We aren't good at playing out from the back. We turned the ball over from poor kicks from our keeper at least 3 times I saw. And then the final fatal pass turned around, and yeah, that kind of put the game on its head. In my opinion, the way that the game could have went, it was just to be sit back, defend, hit Buchanan when you could, and then hope you got it to a penalty shootout, or you got Buchanan on one of those counters, because they deservedly were the better team. They did go through, but unfortunately the mistake came from the keeper, and it is what it is. Disappointing, yes, but I don't know. We definitely weren't. That Mexico side is so much far ahead. The thing that killed me in that tournament is that I thought we should have won the game against Honduras. And if we won the game in Honduras, we would have took on the United States. And I think that is a game we could have potentially beat, seeing the way that they couldn't take on Honduras themselves. And then with that, we would already been in the Olympics. So it's a game of ifs. And unfortunately, I think we lost the tournament in that Honduras game. even though you guys like Jonathan David might be better than Antonio, what they brings is very different, and that is important to recognize, and that is an excellent point, Orlando. I do agree with you. It's why West Ham is doing so well, man. Antonio's not a player who's going to put up 20 goals in a season, but he's someone who holds up the ball fantastic. He does get the goals when he's needed. He's got an engine on him as well. But yeah, again, it's hard to compare a team. Orlando, there's only be one way to compare it. It's when we take you guys on. Hopefully you'll be here for the watch along when we do. And we'll see what the teams are made of, because it's hard to go player by player. A lot of it'll depend on how they line up. A lot of it'll depend on the coaches, about the players showing up on the day. So it depends. It depends. Do you think Davies is better than... Yes, I do. I think Alphonso Davies is the best player in CONCACAF, and I'm not being biased. I think there's some excellent shouts. I'm a huge fan of Chucky Lozano. Big fan of Serginho Dest. Obviously, being a Dortmund fan, I like Pulisic and Gio as well. But when we're looking at a world-class talent right now, you got to look at Davies. Alphonso Davies is killing it for Bayern. Won a Champions League to his name. It's just talented. But I mean, like when you see plays like that from the Cayman Islands, a simple little pass to a player, they can't keep it in. They're getting outrun, outpossessed. It's a tough night for them. A healthy Raul Jimenez. Solid player, still wouldn't put him past Davies though. Davies is better than both Lozano. Yeah, I agree. There is little or no funding for soccer in Cayman. Rugby is the main funded sport. The lads are excited just to play. Davies is exceptional. Must be great. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know a lot about the Cayman Islands. I didn't know a lot about Bermuda or Aruba football teams, soccer teams, whatever you want me to call them here. But yeah, and that's no one is expecting. No one in the Cayman Islands, and we have a Cayman Island supporter here who could say that they were going to go in this match and expect to get a big result. But yeah, it was a good effort, I guess, sort of. But it's nice to see that you guys hopefully will recognize some of the talent from this Canadian men's national side. It is pretty cool. Yo, what's up? I live in the Cayman Islands, and some of my friends are playing. That's wild, man. Luca, that's pretty cool. Got a good chunk of Cayman Island supporters here. So hopefully you guys like the channel and you'll subscribe and keep up to date with all things Canada men's national team and Cayman Islands. I'm kidding. You'll hopefully catch up and you'll subscribe if you're new, because we appreciate it. But there's a nice little debate we have going on about the best player in CONCACAF, and me being Canadian, not biased whatsoever, obviously said Alphonso Davies. There are a lot of good shouts. I see Keylor Navas, who's obviously probably one of the best ever keepers to play in the CONCACAF. Raul Jimenez, Lozano, Dest, Pulisic. I still can't, even as a Canadian man, I still can't put anyone past Alphonso. I can't do it. Haiti had a better chance against Canada U23. Yeah, I agree. But we are 2 minutes of extra time here, man, and it was quite the game. Canada heading for World Cup 2022. We're in the right steps. We've only played 2 games against 2 opponents where it's hard to take a lot of judgment from. I think the next few games will be a nice little touch, and hopefully we can get to the next round. But we'll see, man. What stats are you comparing them with? They just asked who's the best player in CONCACAF. There was no real assignment there, I guess. I don't know. I just said Davies just due to the pedigree of what he's already won at such a young age. Such a fantastic talent, but I'm Canadian, man. I'm gonna always say Davies. When you ask who the best CONCACAF player is, come on. I'm also a Dortmund fan, so I don't get to cheer on Davies as much as I would like to. But I gotta go all out for Davies here in the Concacaf World Cup qualifying. And when you guys ask me questions like that, it's pretty easy for me. Liam Bailey, what do you think about him and Antonio? I think they'll be a couple huge threats for the Jamaican team. Good pacey winger, Bailey is, and of course, Antonio's done some good things for West Ham. But that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute nail biter. 11-0. Canada over the Cayman Islands. Big victory, big victory. Well, we do a fun little series on the content on the channel here that we've done for a while. It's one of our first series we ever did, and it's called 5 Takeaways. And it's after the game, we set up a separate little stream. So we might do that. So if you guys want to get a little love for our 5 takeaways here, and you guys want to kind of just have a little conversation about the game, a little thing, all things Canadian men's national teams, I'm gonna go do that. So I appreciate everybody who was honestly chilling here with us for this game, man. It was absolutely fantastic. You guys were so cool. You guys were so cool. It's so cool meeting all kinds of new Canadian fans here. I wasn't expecting the support that we got on the watch-alongs we've done on our Canadian men's national team. So hopefully if you guys enjoyed the content, you're new around here, you'll subscribe to the channel, drop a like on your way out. And if you want to hang out for a little bit after the game and just talk about the game and ask me some questions, we'll set up another little stream. Is that okay? Is that cool?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay, Producer T is not letting me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll set up a quick little 5 takeaways. Like, it's a segment we do here on the channel after our Dortmund games. I'd like to bring it into our Canadian men's national team. So if you guys have some time, you want to hang out, go over the game a little bit. I mean, there's a lot to dissect. It was obviously a shaky performance. I joke, it wasn't, but we'll still talk about it. We had a nice little conversation going in the chat. So thank you again, everyone who came in. Drop a like on your way out. Hopefully subscribe. I appreciate everyone who's saying it was a great stream. I love the love. Thank you for giving our thoughts. Big shout out for the game. I really hope you guys make it to the finals. Great stream. Beautiful comment to read on, guys. And yeah, we will be heading out. We're going live for a short little 5 takeaways. But if you guys want to come in there, bring a takeaway. Put it in the chat. Say whatever your takeaway was from the game. And I will pick my 5 favorites. Do a quick 5 takeaways, little breakdown of the game. And we will see you guys in the little 5 takeaways. Thank you guys so much. Take care, and we'll see you soon.